Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and it's a great day to be alive on this Monday. Is it technically a Victory Monday?
Sure is.
Love to hear it.
Love that. Packers get it done on Thursday night. Hope you enjoyed your nap before the game, being stuffed full of delicious food, and enjoyed the pounding of the Dolphins. Next to me is our Packer backer, Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
Yeah, we had a little late night gobbled up snack of Dolphins.
So now we're eating Dolphins?
That's what the Packers did. They ate it up.
I don't know if that's
ate it
legal.
up.
Again, we did this last week. Can't be eating dolphins.
There's probably some countries where you can eat dolphin.
And you know what?
I don't know if we're one of them.
Definitely not in the U.S. and A.
There was a county, Brown County, the city of Green Bay, or the village of Ashwaubenon, or is it a city as well?
That is a village.
Village of Ashwaubenon. They was eating the hell out of Dolphins on Thursday night.
True story. It was a Bears-Packers game, and a tailgate I stopped by had bear. They had a cooked bear. I ate some bear one time. Isn't that wild?
legal.
Bear's not bad, actually.
Is
Well,
it?
you had it too?
I've had bear before.
For what?
It's very lean.
Of course, Brad would only have the bear because it's lean and it's good
very
for his
low in
body.
fat. Yeah, you see
this
bears-
is Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, the guy who puts everything in his body that's only going to make him glow.
That's right. It's delicacy. I felt a little stronger, a little leaner when I ate that bear.
You ate it. Why?
I mean, it was a tailgate.
Yeah, it's
was
an
it for a
experience.
Bears-Packer thing?
No. This was years ago.
Okay.
Years ago.
Packer fans were cooking a bear for
lot of-
mine, so mine makes a little bit more sense here.
Yeah, mine is a lot of crazy things happen in northern Wisconsin.
Aren't you nervous that you get a little bear fur in your mouth?
They skin it and
What
cook
They
it.
skin and cook chickens too, and sometimes you find a little feather.
Where are you?
Where are you eating your chickens?
The fast JJ's,
Yeah.
sharks.
It's gotta make sure that thing is fully plucked.
Yeah, I think
and-
you need to make sure that you go to some places where there's not feathers in your chicken.
Huh? Y'all never just found one?
Never.
I can't say I've ever.
I
found
can't
one,
say I've ever
Thank you.
found a feather in my
would- I don't know
chicken.
what It would take a lot.
Who are you saying? Nobody agreed with you.
No, somebody nodded
Madison
their head.
Hayes 24 on Instagram and our social media extraordinaire.
Shouldn't have been to the good
Think
chicken
about
places.
the process that it goes from having a feather all the way to your plate.
It's not
There's
like
a lot of
Yeah,
things
it's a
that
little
happen.
still.
Can we acknowledge that he just said that those were the good chicken places?
Oh,
the
yeah.
ones with feathers in them.
Yeah, it's good chicken. It's fresh.
That means they didn't treat the chicken very well, which means it's probably really good.
yeah, delicious. Love it. Shout out to Peter.
We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin Talking text line. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and I hitchhiked over the weekend.
Oh wow.
What?
You got kicked out the house?
What?
No, I didn't get kicked out of the house.
What you hitchhiking for?
So on Thanksgiving Day, we went down to my dad's place. It was a very great get-together. And on the way back, because I have a 10-month-old daughter, we wanted to make sure we still had left a little bit later than we wanted to. She was getting fussy, and we played the Risk It game. And Strofe, you know the Risk It game.
Sure do.
This is where you have the gas tank, and you think you're smarter than the gas tank. And Ben Brust, Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust is on Tuesdays.
You did it again?
I wasn't driving. My fiance was. I was in the back with the baby, but it was my car, and so I kind of know how it ticks. And I was nervous, but we made it to about 1 mile away, and the car started doing the auto shutdown.
Oh, no. No, come on.
With the baby in the car, was cold out.
Baby in the car, half mile from the gas station. A half mile from the gas station, so we have to pull over. On our way back from Thanksgiving, it's Thanksgiving night. I sprint a half mile to the gas station. And by the way, halfway through the sprint, I was like, holy crap. It may not even be open. It's Thanksgiving night.
That's a good point.
Oh, no.
Especially the store. The gas pump might be open, but the store. How
yes.
quickly did you make that half-mile run?
Well, the half-mile run, I don't think I made it that fast because I was able to think, am I running fast enough? Should I be running faster? Am I out of breath enough? Is this life or death? I don't know. My fiance and kid are in a car with flashers a half mile back. Am I running fast enough? So those were all the thoughts that were going through my head. So hopefully I was running fast enough.
Did you think about calling an Uber?
How would that work? The car is off with a baby without heat. You think I'm just going to sit there and wait for an Uber?
Well,
who's driving Uber on Thanksgiving night?
I wondered.
A lot of people. It's a big money day.
If it was a minute or two away, you might just be able to get it quicker than you run the mile. That's neither here nor there. You chose to run. You acted. Ben Brust said, I'm out of gas. Gotta run.
Gotta run. Ran to the gas station, bought a gas canister.
Ooh, that's expensive. Those are expensive.
$17.
Yeah.
$17?
Yeah, that's the
Money
biggest
didn't
ripoff.
matter here,
That's
boys.
the biggest ripoff.
Hey, cheap asses. Money didn't matter. There's a daughter and a fiance in a car without heat.
Yeah.
Well, whose fault is
It
that?
could have been $100 I would have had to buy the gas canister.
you could have probably ran home at that mark, right?
That's another. No, you can't leave them in the cold, Kyle.
You
It's
already left
cold.
them in the cold. You made the decision. You drove all the way from the OK state of Illinois to drive north where there is probably 50 different exits that have all different type of signs. Gas station 3 miles away. Gas station 0.4 miles away. But what did you decide to do?
Risk it.
Ignore every single sign. And then as your car said, 100 miles to empty, 75 miles to empty, 50 miles to empty, ding! You saw the little gas light come on the gas canister, and you said, 2 tens in the bucket, I'm going to try it. And the sad thing
I'm not going to try it. Baby girl / fiance.
Oh, she was driving?
She was driving.
You got to demand. You got to tell her what to do. It's your car. You got to tell her
I know,
what to do.
and I made the wrong decision.
You
I
let
said,
her take the fall?
Let's say something about the dynamic and knowing your fiance. Something tells me that you were the one that says, baby, let's keep driving.
Yeah, it was
keep
me.
driving.
You'll be fine. You'll be okay.
Unbelievable.
Alex Strofe, what do you got?
Several questions is what I got. So I was just diving through our files back here at the
Files?
Kyle Brust and Nortman Sports.
Why you make us sound like a law firm in 1970?
Look
The
at the
archives.
files. I have a video from July 17th of you running out of gas.
Oh no! On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, I now know that you are going to play that.
That was 4.5 months ago, and you did it again.
I did do it again, and I can see the gas station here too, where I
Same
ran out
gas
of gas.
station?
No, way different area.
Okay.
I
so
was close to home.
Other question. Were you running down like a rural road or a highway?
Hampton. Just Hampton
Hampton.
Road in
Hampton Avenue,
Whitefish
sure.
Bay area, right by Aliota's, a local establishment that Alex Strofe will frequent at.
This was Thursday?
This was Thanksgiving night. Were you there?
Could have given me a ring.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
I was going to say, there's no way you were on Thanksgiving night.
My better half was, but I was not.
Now, once I got the gas, there was a car with what presumably was a family, a husband, a wife, and 2 children in car seats. It was a Subaru, and I had just stepped out, and someone was in line, and I was looking. I was like, you know what? I bet they would give me a ride. Because
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't have to interrupt you. What was your plan on coming? So the plan was, I'm running to the gas station. Now I got the gas. Did
Run
you
back.
think through? You're going to run back.
I was going to run back, but I was like, this thing's heavy. I don't want to spill the gas. I couldn't tighten the thing. I was freaking out. I was panicking. And so I asked this man, I was like, hey, my fiance and daughter, half mile down the road, Esbrook Park light right over there. It's on the other side, flashers. But he's got a wife and 2 small children with car seats, so I hopped in the trunk
Ain't no way.
Oh my God!
You hopped in their car. They let you in their vehicle?
with gas.
So a stranger with kids?
Is this like a pickup truck or is this an actual car?
This is like,
So this is a trunk that is swinging down.
yes.
Oh, boy.
I got in the trunk with gas. He had to tighten the gas. He goes, let's get this thing tight because I don't think you got this on tight. I was like, do whatever you need, sir.
This is how
pathetic.
horror movies start. Some random person
Like that,
at a gas station with gas giving you some sob
I didn't have a
story about some
chainsaw,
baby.
like the
It doesn't-
commercial.
It doesn't matter. You had gas. Did he check your pockets for lighters?
I almost offered him to hold my credit card until we got there.
Oh, my God.
That doesn't do much to the safety of his family.
Let you
You're
be a
gonna
little-
go
I
ahead
just wanted to let him know what I was going to do. I just want to make it. I was like, I just want to make it back to
Was he the only car at the gas station?
Yes.
So they were alone with you, a stranger with
Standing with gas.
Said, hey, can I get in your car, be within reaching distance of your small children? Trust me, everything's going to be okay.
I'm a trustworthy looking guy.
Hell, you are. What did the wife say?
Gosh.
She was great.
Oh, no, I tell you what, most
They were
wives would have
awesome.
been like, we are not picking up this madman.
You wouldn't bring me?
I would consider it.
Would you guys?
no.
But if we had babies in the
You
car,
guys wouldn't have brought me.
No.
I think-
Hell no.
What if I FaceTime my fiance with the
Wouldn't
kid in the
matter.
car and
Wouldn't
show
matter.
where you're at? We're a half mile.
I would say get to walking. You better call somebody that love you. Hell no, I'm not
Yeah.
risking my family for you.
I'd say I will call you an Uber and I will get you there.
No,
Then I
wouldn't
would have had
did
to
that.
just ran.
Did you pay them?
Oh, Ben.
I didn't have any cash.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, but the look on the face you just gave us was
No.
this is the first you've thought of it.
Yes, because Strofe, I wasn't thinking about like moralities. I was thinking about life or death.
All right, so let's just
I got a
recap.
screaming 10-month-old in a
This
car without
is a-
heat.
Let's just recap
Wild
the last couple
ride.
months. All right, let's just think about Benny over the course of the last 6 months.
It's
So-
embarrassing recap.
It's embarrassing. He has now run out of gas twice. Okay.
What else is there?
He has had good Samaritans do things for him that they probably should be compensated for, like the stranger who took pictures of his engagement,
Oh yeah.
who he didn't
that's
pay anything
right.
for.
That's
well, she just happened to be capturing.
Oh,
a
but you
sweet
happened
moment.
to say I'll take those photos too, didn't you?
Yeah, they were great.
We now have a full-ass family on a family holiday giving you a ride. You didn't even think to say, hey, here's $10. Thanks a lot.
I would love if anybody is listening and knows a family that
Oh,
brought
God, Ben,
somebody
you don't
home.
even know their names?
Didn't even ask their name.
No.
I know, but I thought about that in the trunk.
You didn't even ask the name
I
of the
thought about that in
family?
the trunk. Would you want to give your name?
Can I be honest with you? If I'm you, we go, thanks. I'm just a stupid athlete. And I'll be like, oh, athlete, what do you mean? I played on a Final Four team for the Badgers.
Well,
Yeah,
I dropped that
trust
in there.
me. In my head, I was thinking to myself, does it help the validity of the situation? Because I wanted to
Yes.
get their name. I want not the athlete thing. I want to be like, hey, would you guys call into the show to talk about this experience?
Wow, so you just basically use them once and you use them again.
How did your
Yeah,
fiance
my
react to you
goodness.
getting out of a car?
Ah,
Shock?
what the hell is wrong with you?
Yes,
Why'd you hop into a stranger's car?
Did you try to engage in small talk with them as they drove you?
No.
You were just quiet in the back,
disheveled.
silent in the back
Right.
with gasoline.
Just like I was like, just go right down Hampton, past the light, and you're gonna see. Once you see the flashers, you can pull over. I'll get out.
So they
Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. You guys saved the night. Like,
So not only
pay it forward. I don't know.
Not only did they pick you up,
It forward, I don't know.
they picked you up with kids, stranger, gasoline in the trunk, and they were just willingly following all your directions. Yeah, turn up here, go back there. That's what it was like. I mean, this is literally, as you said, the makings of a horror movie. Now, luckily, our good Ben Brust has a good heart and a good character, but boy, oh boy, I would never be those people.
Public service announcement, KBN Nation.
Don't
Listen,
pick up strangers.
Do not pick up strangers because all.
But they
won't
saved
end well.
Thanksgiving
They
for us.
saved Thanksgiving for you that you almost ruined it because you decided you want to drive past 10 different gas stations to try to make it home, only to get home to probably not be able to have your car start the next day
It started.
because you
God.
got gas.
Yeah. Thanks to the.
So did you have to put the thing, because you don't live super far from there, so did you just go home or did you go to the gas station and get more gas?
No, I needed to get baby girl home.
How was the morale of baby girl and baby when you got to the car?
She doesn't like when we call her baby girl because Kyle calls his
That's my
girlfriend
baby
baby girl. So we'll refer to her as Ben's fiance.
Okay.
Ben's fiance was not a happy camper.
What do you
Because
think?
We went through
because
all that just to say she's pissed off.
let's just say that I got a talking to.
From the moment
Hold
you
on,
left
hold
the car.
on. What does that mean?
That means it's like I tried blaming her.
I knew you would. I knew you would. I knew exactly what you was plotting.
Ben.
I knew you were plotting on that
Remember-
one because she was driving, so you're going to blame her. Well, you saw it too. You had an opportunity to stop, but you decided not to stop. I already know what you're going to do. Deflect.
Hey, Ben, remember last week when you said, I don't know what gaslighting is?
That
Making something their fault that's not their fault.
she was the driver. Was she or was she not the driver?
It was your vehicle, and you encouraged her to keep going. As the person, now listen, I told you, I had the same issue. I was driving my mom's car, and we ran out of gas. And never again, me and my brother got into an argument on the way back from Michigan because he wanted to play this little game. I said, I play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I ain't pushing nothing. All right?
800-990-3776. If you know anybody who helped somebody with a hitchhiker on Thanksgiving night, that was me, Ben Brust. I would love to get in contact with these people
Here's the ultimate question.
and Venmo them if I can.
Did your fiance at some point say, Ben, I think I'm going to take this exit. And you go, no.
No.
Keep driving.
Yeah, probably.
Because then it is absolutely your fault.
You know what she said? She said, "Are you sure? Are we good? You feel good?"
Kyle's
And
on the right track.
he said, "No, we'll be okay. We'll be okay." I know how it went because he's a risky person. He lives on the edge.
So when you say you got a talking to, you just said I tried to make it her fault. What next?
I apologized profusely.
And
Ooh, you ruined Thanksgiving.
where'd you sleep that night?
Oh, together.
Come on now.
We were on the couch?
This is his house. What you mean on the couch? He pay bills around there too.
And let's just say after the whole real fake tree debacle, I was very quick to pull the trigger on a new tree for us that's fake. Because the one that we have is worse than Brad's that he picked up from Grafton last year.
Well, that's saying something right there.
Bad, yeah. We had a worse tree than you. And so that one is back in the closet, and we have one being delivered tomorrow.
Get you up in your Christmas tree game. You love to see that.
Just to always pay it off with money.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah, make her happy. Happy wife, happy house, happy life.
So thank you to the great citizens of Wisconsin. Continue to pick up strangers.
Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that because all of a sudden you go here. In Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, there was a shocking murder. I don't want that to happen.
Whoa!
I don't want that to happen, especially where my old stomping grounds.
So that's what I got for you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
What a Thanksgiving it was.
Happy Thanksgiving, Ben.
That's a long day.
It was a long day.
Very long day. Poor fiance.
Seriously.
Only you.
Did you learn your lesson?
Rob chimes in.
No, he's going to do it again.
In 4.5 months, think he's run out of gas again.
100%. 100%.
Let's just start with 1 month.
1 month?
No, it's not. It's never going to
You
happen.
are reckless. I'm just
Seriously.
thinking driving with
Hand
you
to
is
God,
reckless.
it will never happen again.
No, okay, don't do that. Lord, don't take. No, listen, he knows not what he's doing. Don't take that. Don't hold that against him. Please don't hold that against him. Please don't, because he's going to be sitting there, dang. 3 months from now when he ran out of gas.
Kyle's right again.
Were you drinking?
Actually, no. Why do you think I was in the back seat? Why do you think I was in the driver?
So why'd you lie?
Because I wanted to give you a good wink.
That makes me uncomfortable.
You're so weird. Just different, man. You're different.
When Ben winks, it's a very labored wink.
It is.
It's not a very
It's not
sly
smooth.
wink.
It's not smooth.
No, it's not
Emphasizes
smooth. It's
it. So
very
he goes,
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Little head tilt.
He wants
little,
everybody to know. Where did you learn this wink from? Because he does this. He'll ask a question to somebody and he'll look at Strofe and wink at Strofe.
Yeah.
Like, where do you get this
It's
from? We don't
something-
have camera. Well, I guess we do have cameras here, but you got to look into the camera. To do
You
it.
got to see it on YouTube, but for the radio audience, man, it is a painfully labored wink. It really is.
I think it's every time I wink, guys, I feel like I'm doing it so smooth, even though I know it's such a long wink.
I can tell you think you're doing it smooth because your jaw's very relaxed. Your jaw's very relaxed, but your eyelid is like, it's working hard.
Ron and the Key chimes in. Ben, on behalf of dads and husbands everywhere, thank you for setting the bar so damn low. Cheers to and pour one out. Get them ready for the Packers, the Badgers, anything you saw over the weekend. Cheers to and pour one out. 800-990-3776. Next, I successfully
You're
hitchhiked.
listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And I'm sure he'll offer this opportunity again.
Absolutely
What are you going to
not.
sell? What are you going to say to Ben Brust
I'm
then?
saying, you don't get your hand on my goddamn face. No. It's a no. I can say it in different languages. No.
Mitch or whatever it is.
I don't know.
Nine.
Nine. That's a firm way to say no.
Nine. Next time we say nine.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be. I think his legs. Yeah.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry
Are you guys being serious?
turnovers.
You guys can't put two and
I
two
got it.
together.
I did not get it when you first
They don't
said
call
it.
themselves Racine Danish
I'm
turnovers.
sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you two, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sports book, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself, but she's not following your directions?
Sit. Sit.
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this. Or this. Or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
I'm here with Dr. Chris Killian. Doctor, what makes an OAW surgeon different?
A very unique factor I think that we have at our group is that every single surgeon here is fellowship trained, meaning everyone has gone through specialty training in their specific area of focus. So if you come to get your knee replaced or if you come to see me and get your shoulder done, every single person that you come and see has specific advanced training in that field.
You mentioned that your specialty is shoulders. Shoulder issues can be complicated. How do you approach your patients?
Shoulder injuries are incredibly common with either young athletes or especially as people age, people develop shoulder issues, whether it's rotator cuff issues, arthritis. So we can get a sense of it ahead of time based on what their exam is like, what their MRI is like, what they're doing in therapy. But you're right, there's a wide breadth of surgeries that luckily we have a vast array of treatments for.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Fellas, it's time to get to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in, relax, watch football, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Lady Jane's in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Save big money now at Menards. Spider Products makes innovative power tool accessories. Their bi-metal hole saw kit allows you to cut more holes faster with their patented rapid core eject system. It's designed to drop out the core with the push of a button. Right now, get a Spider bi-metal hole saw kit for only $49.98 at Menards. Sale price good through December 8th.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Welcome back.
All right, I'm in the wrong. Just want to triple down to my fiance if she's listening. I ran us out of gas. It's my fault.
It's a public apology?
It's an everyday apology.
Oh.
No, it's not. Daniel the Sloth chimes in. It's winter, it's cold, and you run your car to low fuel. Like, you're an idiot, is basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
Should never have your car below half in case of traffic jams. No, I don't live my life in that much of fear.
That's extreme.
I'm pretty risk averse. That's pretty extreme for me.
Now, Brad, as a man who's fostering 2 young babies, what I did learn is that in our diaper bag, make sure you have extra formula just in case.
Smart move. We were on the move all day.
Do you do that?
We already brought, more.
Of course
more
you
formula.
do. I've been a parent for 10 months.
Diapers.
He's doing foster, and he's already a better parent than me.
Yeah, we're making sure we even get tummy time on when we get to our places.
Like
oh, wow.
Brad.
Nothing gets interrupted about the Nortman schedule.
Tummy time.
Oh, so they're on a regimen as well.
Oh, yeah. You should see. So we've got like
those poor kids.
We've got
they're already being whipped into Nortman shape.
Right by our
3 workouts a day.
Right by our coffee. We've got a notebook, and it's hour by hour what they do, what they've done, the whole thing. So even like last night, 3:15 wake up for both of them. They both had 5 ounces of formula, so 3:15, 5 ounces of formula. Back, wake up at 7:15.
You're parenting. This isn't a test.
When they went number 1, when they went number 2.
Oh, so
you're overbearing.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out everybody's schedule. That's what they're trying to do, so they know.
It's been every single day. So it's been like 45 days in this notebook.
Helicopter parent.
I'm just making sure that they're staying on track, baby. They're going to be regimented if I have the last thing to say about it.
Oh, wow. Man, I wouldn't survive at the Nortman household. But what you mean I got to get up at 6? And do what?
Time to start the day, boys.
Time to have oatmeal.
Oatmeal. I don't want to have oatmeal. We had it the last 3 weeks.
And you'll have it every day for the next 3 years.
Time for the shredded chicken. Sugar-free sauce, Kyle. You ready for it? I don't want to live
Plenty
here.
of vegetables.
Just put some more of that sugar-free barbecue sauce on there. No sugar in it. It's good for you.
Taste how good that is? Yeah.
Tastes like
Can
nothing.
I have fries?
Do you want to be a winner? Then no, you don't get any fries.
Boy, oh boy.
Speaking of winners, we had one team that was and one team that was far from a winner. We can cheers to and pour one out to anything we saw in the Badger and Packer game, as I see a couple pouring in right now at 800-990-3776.
The weekend is over, so let's pop some bottles. It's time for Cheers to and Pour One Out on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Bradley?
All right, let's get it started. You know him, you love him. Cheers to Jordan Love finally turning it around. It was right around this time last year that Jordan Love got in rhythm, he caught fire, and the rest was history. Jordan Love finally looks like he's healthy, he's rolling out there. He had a great day. His best game yet on Thanksgiving night, beating the Dolphins. Efficient, smart decision making, accurate, a complete game from Jordan Love, and topped off by finally getting his turkey leg, boys. He was kept from that last year. Now, I'm not going to say it was Greg Olsen, my guy.
It was?
There's no proof of that, but it looked like he could have been caught red-handed, put in a bad position. But Jordan Love didn't get his turkey leg last year. Got his turkey leg this year. More than deserved. Cheers to you, Jordan Love, for being back, baby.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to do something very similar, not about Jordan Love's performance, but I want to just say cheers to Jordan Love and the entire crew, the entire football team, enjoying getting their turkey leg. That is what you love to see. Not just Jordan Love up there getting his turkey leg, but the whole team right behind him, standing behind him, trying to munch, and eat on that turkey leg. So I love to see the team camaraderie to the point where Josh Jacobs said, out of here, gotta go, and ran the turkey and ran the greens and ran the mac and cheese all the way to the locker room for the team to enjoy and love. This is the type of chemistry that you have to love, because I feel like something special might be festering and building at Green Bay.
Yeah, they were like hell with this interview. I loved it. It was like a horrible interview because they weren't talking. And guess what? They didn't have to, because they had turkey.
They were running off the field with turkey legs.
What is the broadcast thinking? Hey guys, we're gonna eat food and interview you. When has that worked in any interview form of in person, on the radio, on TV? The whole eating and interview thing is stupid. So I'm glad that they just ate and didn't answer questions.
Entertain. Jaden Reed gave his to a fan. I love it. Love it. I love this team, man.
Cheers to the national TV ass kicking. I love it. I think the national TV ass kicking was needed for not only this team, but for everyone, Packer fans, national media. I want everyone to know what this team is building, because it's building towards a very, very big game in which the Lions opened up at 5.5-point favorites. That's now down to 3.5, because they're believing that this is going to be a tight game between two really tough teams. And it's a great opportunity after a national TV ass kicking to go bring it to a team that really didn't play that well against the Chicago Bears. The Lions on Thanksgiving against the Bears, people aren't talking about the Lions. They're talking about how stupid Eberflus was. And if Eberflus was a coach, people will be talking about the Lions a little bit more. So this could be an interesting spot of hey, the Lions got away with one. We got to bring it. Or either way, it's just a great matchup of two very good teams on Thursday. Also, I love the snow games all weekend. Cheers to that.
Love it. Time to pour one out. I'm going to pour one out to Matt LaFleur's coaching compadres. For the longest time, it felt like in this coaching tree that Matt LaFleur was in, that Matt LaFleur was almost like the guy who did the group project, and he didn't do a whole lot of work.
I don't think you can do this yet.
I'm going to do it.
You can do it. I think you're wrong.
He beat all three of them this year.
Well,
it's great. Who cares about the regular season?
Well, I'm just going to say it looks like between McVay, Shanahan, McDaniel, beat them all. The only one that he has yet to beat is going to be Kevin O'Connell, who he's going to beat second last game of the season. Packers will beat the Vikings in that game. And he's well on his way to a team that is ascending, that is going up, that will be the next team amongst all of these in the Super Bowl. So Matt LaFleur showing that he can coach many different kinds of teams, like a veteran team with Aaron Rodgers and a young team. Have success with all of them, more than what those guys can say. I know they've gone further, a couple Super Bowls there, but Matt LaFleur, pour one out to your coaching compadres who you're beating regularly now.
Yeah, pour one out to my childhood and my adulthood as well with the 22-year streak of the fact that the Wisconsin Badgers kept making the bowl game. It was like you knew it was going to happen.
was going a different direction.
No,
me too. I was really looking forward to it.
No, my childhood was fantastic, and I love everything about it. But I'm pouring one out to Wisconsin.
I was going to say what Strofe and I have dealt with our entire lives.
Oh, no.
The parents got divorced?
No, cheaper to keep her at this point. That's what he told me. And so the point is this, is that Wisconsin football has fallen so far, and I'm just sad about it. 5-7 this year, a non-winning record, first time in 22 years. So pour one out to Luke Fickell, pour one out to Phil Longo, and pour one out to Coach Tressel. Sometimes just being, the nephew of somebody doesn't mean you're good at it.
Oh, wow.
Powerful.
Very powerful.
Sadly powerful.
Very mean, too.
Yeah. But accurate.
Yeah.
Pouring out to the Badgers. I'm sad. I'm just going to echo you. It sucks. It sucks. 5-7? Okay. You know what? I have more to say that I don't just want to do it and pour one out.
We're going to get somebody fired.
No. But we're going to address the problem.
I think a lot of us support this.
We are going to address the Wisconsin Badgers and the problems that they have ahead of them. And not just the problems, but why they are big problems and how they're going to fix them. Or ask the questions, how can you fix them? Because the Badgers are in a bad place and the Packers are in a great place. They both need to be in a great place. Again, talk Badgers and Luke Fickell and the lack of confidence that I think everyone's echoing right now in the direction of the program next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Things ever happened to you from a breakup?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no.
I don't want to talk about it.
You brought it, so I had to ask.
I ain't gonna put my old shorties on blast. But
why not? They're old shorties.
I've had some
old shorties.
My parents listen to this show. I don't want my parents to know the craziness that I've dealt with that they son been a part of.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey guys, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel here to give you some advice. If you're making plans to propose to that special someone in your life, the Jewelry Center has to be your stop for the ring. It's what I did. They're the best place to shop for diamond engagement rings in Milwaukee for a reason. I didn't know what to get, but with help of a Pinterest board, the Jewelry Center and their team of specialists took care of everything from start to finish. Naturally mined diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, whatever you're in the market for, when it comes to an engagement ring, the Jewelry Center has it. Find locations and inventory online at shoptjc.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. It is the holiday season, which is a time for family, friends, and staying cozy inside. But if your home is drafty, it's hard to stay comfortable. And with all the gift giving happening this time of year, why don't you give yourself the gift of lower energy bills with new windows from Universal Windows Direct? For every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free plus 0% financing for 60 months. Restrictions apply. Go to uwd.com and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. There's no wrapping needed, and this season you can try their newest holiday pastry, Eggnog Kringle, created to bring festive cheer to your celebration. Filled with rich, creamy eggnog and topped with sweet icing and a sprinkle of cinnamon, it's perfect for sharing with loved ones. Go to Kringle.com to order or call 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
The little one just took her first steps. Her stride? Wobbly.
Oh my gosh, she's doing
Her parents? Oh boy, here we go.
Watch out.
But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. So while you're monitoring and protecting her every move, you can do the same for your credit score, too. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Giannis domination continues over the weekend as he drops a 42-point triple-double at home against the Wizards.
Washington continuing to fight and claw. Giannis down the lane, sends it down with a monstrous two-hand slam. Giannis, take no prisoners.
42 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Milwaukee Bucks now 10-9 on the season, their 6th straight win. They get back in action on Tuesday night, their final group play game for the NBA Cup. They're in Detroit to take on the Pistons at 6 o'clock.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the podcast, Bucks radio host Justin Garcia hops on with Marcus and Chris. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Spending more time at home? Don't forget that 94.5 ESPN's on your smart speaker. Just ask Alexa to open 94.5 ESPN. 94.5 ESPN on Alexa is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
What I saw was an absolutely gutless, spineless, and cowardly performance. I mean, there was no intensity, no desire, no passion. It seemed like there was a hapless scheme. We were out physical, out passioned, out toughness. There was no part of the game that I felt like Wisconsin had the upper hand.
Strong words from Brad Nortman on the Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show on Friday. When you hear yourself back, Brad, do you take anything back?
I do not. In fact, I would double down. I honestly think modern Wisconsin football as we know it is dead.
Well, here's the thing. You should have accepted
it
was dead 2 years ago.
It seemed like there was a hope of a lifeline to be resuscitated. But now, I mean, you end this bowl streak, you end the winning streak. There's not a lot to be hopeful for in this current college football climate. I don't know if Coach Fickell's the guy. I've never experienced such...
He ain't going anywhere.
I know he's not going anywhere. That buyout's too big.
The buyout is way too big.
Yeah, people got concerned about Paul Chryst with like his $11 million buyout. Fickell's is like $42 million. So
a lot of millions. A lot of
dollars. We know who's paying that. You going to pony up just in case because we got 1 year. Y'all better get ready. Start collecting them dollars, passing that plate around Wisconsin after the game. I'm telling you, we want to get some donations.
Hey, Camp Randall. It's the fourth quarter. Instead of jump around, we're going to be passing plates around. Please give your donations to the...
That's 80,000 people. Everybody give $10 each. You know math, Brad. What is that, 800,000?
That's $800,000.
$800,000.
If you have 7 home games.
It's not even going to make a dent.
7 home games would be, what would that be, like $5.4 million? You gotta do another, like,
well,
be more than, it's got to be...
It's better than nothing. We're preparing. You better prepare a buyout.
It's got to be about $50 a person.
Or we better pray something happens where somebody thinks they want to take him and he does a Gary Anderson route.
So what I want to know, but I want solutions. I want solutions because I'm having a hard time coming up with those solutions as it pertains to the Wisconsin Badgers. If you missed it, Minnesota beat us pretty bad. As you heard Brad on the Wisconsin College Game Day postgame show coming into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here, 800-990-3776. They're not bowl eligible. They don't have an offensive coordinator. They had a kicker today, flip from Wisconsin to Notre Dame.
Unbelievable.
Breaking Brad's heart.
The best specialist recruit that Wisconsin's ever had. And that's probably me included, maybe next to me. But he is the best specialist recruit Wisconsin's ever had. Number 1 kicker and punter in the country. Committed to Wisconsin.
Why? Why?
Flipped.
But why would somebody want to come to Wisconsin right now? And I say that as a place that I love.
To jump around when you're down by 14 points or whatever it is to Minnesota in the fourth quarter. They jumping around.
The thing is,
it's terrible.
I did see that.
That's embarrassing.
The hard
Just happy
part
to be
is
here.
Iowa, Nebraska, Minnesota. Okay, your 3 rivalry games, 3 teams that don't have a major talent gap to you, right? Because that's the thing. Oh, there's a talent gap. Oh, the cupboard was full or was bare when Paul Chris left. First of all, he's had plenty of time to develop anybody that he'd bring in via transfer portal or via high school recruiting, or there were still some dudes left on the program. So Fickell has had time to develop if he actually is a developmental type coach. But even then, okay, I understand not being able to play with Alabama or playing with Oregon. But Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, those are mirror images of you talent-wise, recruiting-wise, everything-wise. And you don't just lose to them, you get blown out. All 3 of them. From start to finish, wasn't even close.
Not even close.
So why would people come to Wisconsin?
I honestly don't know. It's for the love of the W is how you'd have to do it.
That's gone.
But it's transactional now.
Stop it.
It's transactional.
Obviously, they're offering a lot of these kids the most NIL package because ain't no way in the world you getting a Carter Smith, the young kid from Fort Myers, Florida, who was committed to Michigan, and then Michigan ended up getting another quarterback who they paid a lot of money for.
Country.
He saw the writing on the wall, so he ended up leaving. Ain't no way you landed him unless you gave him the best package.
There's a decent pool. There's a decent pool of money. It's not the most money in the world, but it's decent enough to be competitive.
Opportunity and money. That's what it came down to. That's what Wisconsin offers at this point. They offer these kids opportunity and money because they sure ain't offering them tradition. They sure ain't offering them coaching, and they for damn sure ain't offering them winning football.
Well, and that's the problem because it's become transactional. So Coach Fickell needs to implement a culture that transcends this transactional nature of college football. And he hasn't come close to doing that. It feels like it's more transactional than ever. It feels like the culture is more eroded than ever. So I don't see how, even if you get a guy like Carter Smith, right? What if he balls out? Well, if it's transactional, and he's not going to get as much money as he possibly can here, why wouldn't he pull a Cam Ward and go into the transfer portal, college free agency, and get double and go to Alabama or go to any other program that can fork over more money?
So I think the hardest part I'm having is not I almost think you're looking too far ahead right now, even there. That would be a great problem.
Be a great problem.
That'd be a great problem to have enough talent that you're again, people are gonna get poached to the bigger schools all the time. The way that you're going to win is at least starting to get those guys building a new culture. But the hard part that I have right now is I cannot connect with Luke Fickell. I can't connect with him. I don't feel any energy. I don't feel any emotion. There's just something about the vibe that I get from Luke Fickell as to he's lost and I'm not getting anything from him as to reasons why I should be confident that man in charge of the Wisconsin football program is going to turn this around. That's ultimately, he's the one who's in charge. He said it in his post-game press conference. We got to go to work. We have a tough task. Well, it starts now.
Oh, he said the same thing after last season.
I hear you. And I have a hard time connecting with him as a Badger. Does it feel like Luke Fickell is a Badger? Or does it feel like he's a head coach collecting $7.7 million to do an okay to below average job?
Yeah, I mean, from a Badger perspective, he doesn't feel like one of us. He feels like an outsider. He feels like a guy that's trying to come in.
Do you need to be a Badger, or how do you because again, why I was excited was because he was a nose tackle in the Big Ten. That's physical. He's a wrestler, physical. And there's nothing physical about this team. You're supposed to be the identity of the head coach, but I don't see this physical nose tackling wrestler on the sideline getting these guys to play physical.
Well, that's the thing. You don't have to be a Badger. You don't have to go there, play for them, or coach for them beforehand to be able to be a head coach and feel like you're one of us. But it's the mantra. It's the presence. It's the culture that I felt like was the perfect marriage for Coach Fickell to come in here, because all those things that you mentioned, Ben, all the things that would reflect who Wisconsin Badgers are, of discipline, of tough, of gritty, hardworking, of transcending the transactional nature of college football, I thought he'd be the guy. But he doesn't give off those vibes at all. Never has it run a press conference. Never have I viewed him on the sidelines and been like, oh, that's it right there. There's the passion. There's the toughness. There's the dude who's going to come in here and bring Wisconsin championships. It feels like it's all lip service. It feels like he's just a walking suit wearing that, team vest where it's just like, I don't know what you're bringing. I don't know what inspiration you are giving these players because clearly the players quit this year. That is obvious. There's no reason to be blown out the way you did at the end of the season unless you quit. Those players quit on him. That's a concern. So that's why he has 1 year to figure this out because that is sowing seeds of a death culture.
You know why I know he's not going to figure out? And I want to give him 1 more year because I am still hopeful that something's going to happen, but I'm not being dummy. I'm not being stupid because when somebody says those who will stay will be champions, that's just a mantra that people say all the dang time. If that's the best you got after you just went 5-7, you were 5-7 last year. You were 7-5 to end the year, and now you're 5-7. You took a step backwards, and all you can say is those who will stay will be champions. The people you got to have people who believe in you. I know it's hard having faith in things you can't see right now. I'm sure the players can't see it either. Well, what the hell have you been doing for 2 years? If they can't see your vision, then you obviously are the problem. We're going nowhere fast. So all we're going to see next year, this team's going to be 5-7, 6-6, 7-5, and y'all may be hopeful, but not me. Next year, we better win 8 to 9 games. I'm sick of seeing schools like Syracuse out of nowhere winning 9 football games, right? I'm sick of seeing schools just like Indiana out of nowhere winning 10, 11 games in the season. I want to win some football games, and Luke Fickell ain't doing that for me, so his ass got to go next year if he ain't winning.
Kyle nailed it. He said my piece. Thank you for...
well said, Kyle.
No, it's frustrating. It is. And the thing that makes me most mad, I'll be done, is, Brad, you talked about it. You talked about what we used to be, right? The grittiness, the toughness. And that's why I took a shot at Mike Tressel, because when I think about Jim Leonard was the epitome of that. Everything he worked for, he had to freaking earn. He was a walk-on from the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. He walked on at Wisconsin, became a star, and then he made it in NFL. He wasn't the most athletic, even though he's pretty athletic. He wasn't the most talented, but he had a great heart, right? He worked for every single thing he had. He didn't have somebody hand him anything, right? And that's what upsets me, is that we have lost the identity of what Badger football is all about. It's about taking that 3-star kid and turning him into a hell of a football player. Right now,
you're never going to have that anymore.
That's fine. But you got to find people that fit the culture. I'm now understanding why Wisconsin never used to take transfers. It would have messed up the team. It would have messed up the football team. Van Ginkel came. You got very few. Van Ginkel came in. What happened? Successful, right? You find guys that fit. In Wisconsin, they ain't finding guys that fit. They're finding a whole bunch of different people and trying to put it together, and it turns into nastiness. Goulash, or whatever the hell it's called.
Goulash. Tell us about Underdog Fantasy while you're happy.
Oh, wow. While I'm happy, I'm all flustered and mad and upset. But you know what? I had a pretty good weekend on Underdog Fantasy. You know what happens, y'all? When I play Underdog Fantasy Sports app, I put some, I place some money there, or put some money there and play with that. And I went 5 for 5, and I won me some money. I'm like, dang, I should have put more down. But you know what? I had another chance to play again with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app, and you can as well. It is so easy to play, and especially right now during the holiday season, it's going to be fun watching football games and watching basketball games while also playing the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Now, here's how it's worked. You basically select multiple players from different teams. You select higher or lower on those players' stats. So whether it's rushing touchdowns, whether it's passing yards, whether it's point score, higher or lower on those stats, if your picks hit, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Yes, 1,000 times your money by simply choosing higher or lower on player stats. If you think you know sports, if you think you know stats, if you think you know athletes, then the Underdog Fantasy Sports app is the place for you. And because I love y'all, KBN Nation, and Underdog loves you as well, when you sign up on the Underdog Fantasy Sports app or UnderdogFantasySports.com, you have an opportunity to use promo code KBN. That's promo code KBN to sign up, and Underdog will give you up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Yes, up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly when you sign up using promo code KBN. I'm telling y'all, I'm not a liar. You're going to love playing the Underdog Fantasy Sports app today. And always remember, it must be 18 plus in President's Day where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Consult your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit ncpgambling.org.
What a sales pitch. I'm not a liar.
I'm not. I have so much fun playing it. I get antsy.
Brad Nortman, give us a little tease here.
Yeah, so it seems like this in inspiration from this Wisconsin football program. Coach Fickell cast a vision, great marketing campaign. We all bought in, and the project turned out to be a flop. I'm going to give you a power rankings of the 8 greatest marketing campaigns that end up being product flops coming up next. It's going to be lots of nostalgia and fun.
Oh, wow. He nailed it.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
And I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said? Oh, wow. He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Join the ESPN Wisconsin NCAA Volleyball Tournament Challenge. Sign up on ESPN.com or the ESPN app. Join the ESPN Wisconsin group and fill out your bracket by Thursday. Grand prize package features tickets to a Wisconsin match next season. Official contest rules at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? Get a little slice of summer on the links with Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, a top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. With bays at just $35 an hour, Mondays through Thursdays. That summer feel is easily back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Fellas, get to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek. Walk in, relax, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Open 7 days a week, even Sundays. Walk in anytime, and our talented stylist will get you ready for the big game. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
I'm here with Dr. Sam Steiner. How much do you enjoy being able to help someone through really the entire process of coming back from an injury?
I mean, I think it's something very special. It's something I look forward to every day, being able to wake up, see people from the time they're injured, and then take them all the way through the process of explaining what they've had done, taking care of them, in some cases operating on them, and then afterwards being able to see the recovery and see them get back to where they want to be.
It seems to me that there is a strong connection between patient and doctor here. Why is that?
Many of us grew up in the area. We went to high schools that we now take care of. I think it's really unique and special that we can take care of people we went to school with, their families, friends of our parents at our facility. It holds you accountable. They can literally say, hey, if you don't do a good job, I'm going to tell your mom. We really have something very special and unique here at OAW.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Ashton Rotman. After Wednesday's 94-59 win over Stonehill, which saw David Joplin have another huge night, scoring 27 points, it was time for Cam Jones to step up over the weekend.
13 to shoot for Marquette. Cam Jones, quick three, good again.
Do that right away.
And again, Emery gives him room.
20 points, 10 assists, 6 boards for Cam Jones as the now 8-0 Marquette Golden Eagles roll over Western Carolina 94-62. The next test comes Wednesday night on the road as the Golden Eagles take on Iowa State.
Don't miss the shot when it comes to offering medical coverage to your employees. Saganiac Planning can coach you on ways to balance costs and prioritize care for your employees with coverage provided by United Healthcare. Call Steve Fluellen, 262-783-6161. 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company or its affiliate. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or its affiliate. Health plan coverage provided by or through United Healthcare of Wisconsin, Inc.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Going at it tonight. There's a party on the rooftop.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman with you, KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Alex Strofe, full of energy, running the show. Are you on the phone? Oh, no, you're just holding your headphone. I was like, what is going on back there? Could you see why it looked like you were on the phone?
Yeah.
I thought you were just making a personal call. I was going to lose it.
Handling, yeah, you would not have liked
I was
that.
going to lose it. Worked out for the better, because now we get to Brad's failed marketing ideas and inspiration, which is sad from what the Badgers have done to us.
That's right, boys. An inspiration to what the great marketing pitch that the Wisconsin Badgers had. To then when you finally saw the product, got your hands on it, you're like, ooh, this
the
is
Badgers
not,
are Temu.
This is not. The
Badgers are Temu.
This is not what I expected.
Temu.
What do you mean?
I seen Homer's headphones. They work. The Badgers don't.
This is going to be a little bit of a journey, a little bit of a nostalgic journey. So enjoy it. There's 8 of them. Let's start with number 8. You guys ever Sega Dreamcast? Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they was like, oh, this is going to be the next great PlayStation console or off of Nintendo and PlayStation. It was trash. It flailed out and was left in the dust.
Oh, I love the Sony Dreamcast.
Sega Dreamcast.
Sega Dreamcast, I'm sorry.
Well, you were one of the few then, Kyle. One of the few. Because PlayStation 2 and Xbox then took off from there. How about this one? This one was pretty recent. Remember Theranos? Theranos was that blood company where like you could send in your blood and it would have like all this, like you have cancer, you have this, you have that, and none of it worked. None of it worked. They said that it worked. They'd send people results back. There's a whole documentary on it. Look at Elizabeth Holmes. I'm getting blank stares, so I'm going to move on that.
Theranos?
That sounds
Who the hell knows what Theranos
This was all over the news, guys.
Elizabeth Holmes, I just saw her name recently. That sounds like
Elizabeth
a terrible
Holmes.
scam. So what results did they send? Just fake?
Fake results.
Oh, hell
It
no.
never worked. It was like a huge company. It got billions of dollars in investment, and it totally crashed. She's in jail now.
Number 6.
Number 6. The original XFL. You guys remember the marketing pitch of the original XFL?
He hate me.
He hate
me was
all these
great name.
nicknames.
We all remember
Tommy Maddox.
Tommy Maddox. No coin flip. It was a race to the football to
break your
50-yard
neck.
line.
Somebody actually got hurt.
You thought this can't help but fail. And what do you know? It failed. Number 5. The Razor flip phone. Remember the Razor flip phone?
No.
Oh, yeah.
This shouldn't be on this list.
No,
yeah.
This shouldn't be on the list now.
For like 6 months, it was like, this is the newest, unbelievable phone.
It was
a flip
thin.
phone. Yeah, but it was sort of weak.
It
and
was
flimsy.
the phone of its time.
No, it went BlackBerry replaced it in a minute, and then Apple.
I had the
ran from
red
there.
Razor. Shout out to Darfur.
Do we poll, was the Razor the phone of its time?
It was the thin Razor.
I bet all 4 of us had one.
I didn't have one.
So I have a story on this.
Maybe it's spice.
I thought I was cool. I used to do the T-Mobile Sidekick, the one that would flip up.
Yeah.
But my brother Steven got one for Christmas. He didn't want one. My sister wanted one, and so he opened it up. My sister was a brat. She started crying. She didn't get a Razor. And then we gave her the box, and she was crying as she opened up her new Razor.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, here's where the
Phone
list.
of its time.
Phone of its time,
It was.
says Kyle Wallace.
It still might be at my parents' house.
You don't have to pull that. I think we know it was the phone of its time.
All right, here's where the list really takes off. Guys, number 4. Remember the Segway? The Segway?
Oh, we had. Oh, no, we didn't have a Segway here.
Is that like a scooter?
It's like that scooter that you stand on with 2 wheels. It's got the handle.
Paul Blart,
and you
Mall
kinda
Cop?
Paul Blart, Mail Cop. And you roll around
Mail Cop.
on a 2 things with wheels. I thought that was going to take over walking.
Yeah,
but
me too.
It was just, it was lame. It was weird. You know, the founder actually rode one off a cliff?
Oh, on purpose?
No, it was an accident.
Are you
it was
sure?
Crazy though. I don't know actually the details of that.
I mean, he just said,
it was
I'll see
supposed
this
to be
cliff. Oh, no.
this innovative, unbelievable new way of transportation. It didn't take off and ended up being a butt of a joke. How about this one? I know you guys tried this one. You guys remember Easy Squeeze Ketchup? Remember the squeezable ketchup?
Oh,
that bottle that you like
yeah.
the craft, you turn over, plastic bottle, you squeeze ketchup out like that.
Doesn't it still exist?
There's different colors. You can do green ketchup. You can do all that kind of stuff.
No.
I do
Kyle's
recall.
tracking.
No, I do recall. I don't like green ketchup, but I remember the bottle.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of perfected that.
Well, did they perfect it?
I don't know.
Because I believe it was a huge
normal
push.
ketchup bottle squeeze is just fine for me.
No,
Thank
but
you.
it was this huge push for easy squeeze ketchup, different colors, and then from there it's totally discontinued. Okay.
Oh yeah, bottle. I'll tell you. Look at it, Ben. Look at
Yeah,
it. Look at
that's
it.
nostalgic right there.
Never seen it.
You've never seen that?
Never seen it.
Wow, what a childhood.
Just too busy
Unbelievable.
shooting hoops.
That's true.
It's true.
So this one we never experienced, but it's always quoted as the biggest product failure of all time. In the 80s, Coca-Cola changed their formula to New Coke. They had this thing that was working. It was perfect. They did New Coke. There's a huge pitch about it. Discontinued the normal Coca-Cola. There was a legit revolt. If you guys want an interesting business case study, look at that one. And then the ultimate.
Yeah, you know me, looking for a good, interesting business case study. The New Coke.
The ultimate bait and switch. The ultimate marketing campaign that doesn't deliver. Fire Festival.
I had Fire Festival written down. If it wasn't number one, you were going to be banned from lists.
Fire Festival was the ultimate cataclysmic bait and switch, just unbelievable lie of a marketing pitch ever in existence. I'm not sure anything will beat that. I know Wisconsin football is somewhere on this list if things doesn't get turned around. But there you go. I want to know, KBN Nation, am I missing anything?
800-990-3776. Brad is giving you a list of 8 marketing pitches gone wrong.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick recap. I'll start with number 1. Number 1, Fire Festival. Number 2, New Coke. Number 3, squeezable ketchup. Number 4, the Segway. Number 5, the Razor flip phone. There seems to be some
controversy
drama there. Controversy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. Kyle, it wasn't that great of a phone.
You didn't have it.
I didn't have it, but all I needed to see was my friend.
And you for damn sure want the cool kid.
I remember my cool kid friend, Drew Herma, had one. And I remember I saw it. I was like, oh.
Forget that
This
guy.
is it? He hurled your buddy against Whitefish Bay. I know that you had a little. Anyway, number 6, XFL, the original XFL. Number 7, Theranos. Check out that one. That's a wild one. Complete lies. Number 8, Sega Dreamcast.
So there's one I got to check out called Theranos, and then I have a business case study in New Coke.
Business case study in New Coke. That will rattle your brain. They still study that in business school. New Coke. Crazy. You guys have never heard of Theranos?
Brad,
You guys need to watch the Showtime. Watch the Showtime documentary.
Don't have Showtime, buddy. You don't have to send me the password.
Okay, just read one article.
Paul chimes in with Crystal Pepsi.
That was also one that was another big miss from the soft drink industry.
Horrible failure, he says.
Horrible failure.
You know where the marketing actually matches?
Where's that? Carbless.
Very good, Brad.
Carbless. That's the only thing
I saw signs. I drove through Illinois. I saw carbless billboards, and I got all excited, and I got thirsty.
Speaking of Illinois, we hosted Friday night. Me and Lexi at the Nortman Estate, we hosted our family from Illinois to come have kind of a Thanksgiving, Christmas thing. The Nortman fridge, full of carbless. This Illinois family, they'd never experienced it before. So when they opened the door, they saw the flavors. They all gave it a shot. And they were like, oh, wow. I get what you're talking about now on the show, Brett, because they're faithful listeners of the show. And they're like, okay, now I understand the taste that you're talking about. The taste is different. There's less carbonation, and all the different fruit flavors knock it out of the park, unlike anything they had tried before. The fruit flavors, like black raspberry, lemon, lime, the cranberry was a hit. Such a hit on Thanksgiving. Not only that, the classic cocktails. Nothing says the holiday season like a classic cocktail in your hand, like a margarita, a Paloma. The strawberry margarita was my uncle's favorite. He said, hey, let me get into one of those strawberry margaritas again. Not only that, though, we had already eaten plenty of food. So you wanted a guilt-free type of drinking experience, which is perfect because Carbless is indeed gluten-free, carb-free, sugar-free. That means guilt-free. Everything I'm looking for, even though it's made right here in the great state of Wisconsin, that Illinois family, they still loved it. Everybody loves Carbless. I was drinking it all weekend. I plan to do that whole holiday season. So be like me. Enjoy a Carbless or two. Figure out why less is more. This year, go to your grocer, find them online. You got to enjoy some Carbless this holiday season.
800-990-3776. Keep coming with the text here with the failed marketing campaigns, which Brad came up with a list of 8 in honor of the Badgers right now, of the trickery that they played on us. And if you stay, you'll be a champion, apparently. I don't know if that's what these 8 companies said to their employees as they were laundering money. But that being said, it is still a Victory Monday, brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza with delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered, and find it in your local grocer. And we'll tell you why Thursday matters a whole hell of a lot to not just us, but the Green Bay Packers and the future of the team next.
It's the holiday season, my favorite time of year.
2 minutes.
Festive decorations, family gatherings, using our gift boxes. Honestly, I'm happier to see a Using Our Gift Box at my door than Santa. The Using Our Gift Box doesn't require cooking, just eating. And who's not up for that during the holidays? Make someone's day by sending them the tastiest gift in town, a box filled with Using Our's delicious sausage, cheese, and assorted goodies. Order yours today. It's easy. Just go to usingour.com and click on gifts.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
At Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better we feel. That's why our menu features something for everyone, like our Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese, all paired with your favorite sub, or our subs in a bowl. And don't forget our kids' meals, now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. There's no wrapping needed, and this season you can try their newest holiday pastry, Eggnog Kringle, created to bring festive cheer to your celebration. Filled with rich, creamy eggnog and topped with sweet icing and a sprinkle of cinnamon, it's perfect for sharing with loved ones. Go to Kringle.com to order or call 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Dave from Aaron chimes in response to Brad's failed marketing campaigns that got us all. New Coke being a big one. Firefest. One that you miss is definitely the Crystal Pepsi. May not have failed. I don't know if it did, but the Shake Weight from Dave from Aaron.
Shake Weight. That's a good one. That's like Snuggie. That was like a cult.
I had a Snuggie and it wasn't thick enough.
Yeah, it's thin. The Snuggie was very thin.
Y'all fell for the trap.
I got it as a gag gift one year.
Too expensive.
How much was a Snuggie?
Probably like $40.
That's not too bad. for a full life-size blanket?
I have a quick follow-up.
Too expensive.
Motorola Razr sold over 130 million units.
Yeah, Brad.
How can we view that as a failure?
Yeah, Brad. Because Brad.
This is he didn't have it. Brad didn't have it, so
yeah. So burn him down.
Projection.
It was cool for like 9 months.
It was nice to have a phone, and then it didn't bulk up your pocket.
Yeah, but
the phone. They did break a lot. That's why they sold 130 million.
It broke a lot. It snapped in half. The screen broke. Not only that, but before long, BlackBerry, iPhone left them in the dust. It was cool for like 9 months.
They certainly lost the lead. I won't argue with that. But they made $9.42 billion with a B dollars on the Motorola Razr.
Also, Brad, it went for Darfur. You remember Darfur? Remember that? It was fad like back in 15 years ago.
You say it was fat, like PHAT?
Fad. It was a fad. Y'all never heard of Darfur?
Fad. Wait, what's what?
I never heard of that.
People who can
say it again.
Darfur, DAFUR. Y'all never heard of that before?
No.
Oh my gosh! Y'all living under a rock. When the Red Razor, they donated money to Darfur. It was like it was something going on in Africa, helping people in Africa.
The only thing popping up is a region in Sudan.
Yeah, they were being massacred, and they were donating money.
Oh wow!
Let's get to the Green Bay Packers who take on the Detroit Lions on Thursday Night Football. Wow, hard to transition from that one.
Well, the Dolphins got massacred.
Another great dynamite dropping from
Is that
Kyle.
insensitive?
Yeah, a little bit.
Back to back.
Well, right after Thanksgiving.
That's a tough segue.
Kyle, get it together, man.
And then the segue, that was good, yeah.
It's a tough segue right there.
Oh, nice.
Hey! Segue on the list.
All right, guys. It's all fun. It's all fun and games until Thursday comes. And it's Thursday game, not Sunday game. I'm over the Dolphins. I'm over the massacre that Kyle's mentioning. I am on to the Lions. And I am telling you right now, I can't wait for this game for many reasons, but it's time to find out if the Packers are a playoff team where we're heading in with the same expectations of last year? Hey, you're going to be a 6 seed. You need to go upset somebody on the road and make a run. Or are you like, hey, no matter what seed we are, we know we're a legit Super Bowl contender? Because they're starting to play good football. At the end of the day, we've asked for a couple big dominant wins. Doesn't matter who they played. They've at least put together those big dominant wins. And you can't take that away from the Packers. But they need to parlay those big dominant wins into a win against the Detroit Lions. Because the Detroit Lions haven't played probably their best football as of late. It's not talked about enough that they barely got by the Bears because the Bears were the story of how disastrous that they finished that game, and their head coach got fired right after that. So the Lions aren't playing their best football right now. The Packers are ascending. It doesn't mean that the Lions are bad. They're going to be ready. They know that the Packers are playing good football, and it was 24-14. Maybe the Packers can talk about how, hey, this wasn't set up for the best success. But now we're healthier, right? Despite Jair, for the most part, the Packers are pretty healthy. The Lions are a little bit banged up, but they're not going to have excuses. This game will tell me if they are a Super Bowl contending team or if we're going into the playoffs next year or this year kind of with the same mindset as last year.
Yeah, Ben, I'm right there with you because when you look at this team schedule, we're 11 games in. So you can look at the Green Bay Packers with a full enough sample size to ask, who are they? Like, who are the Green Bay Packers? What are they capable of? And as you look at it, they beat bad teams. They actually destroy bad teams usually. They beat good teams. Good teams being like, the Texans and the Rams and the Dolphins. The
Cardinals.
The Cardinals. There are 3 losses, beat a 9-3 football team. The Eagles, the Vikings, and the Lions.
So 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3 in the NFC. All teams that not only have good records, they have great records. We're talking like 9-2, 10-1. I guess more than that. But anyway, these teams are excellent football teams. So the question is, can the Packers beat great teams? You're going to have to beat great teams if you're going to do any kind of deep playoff run. And the Packers haven't proven they can do that yet. So not only is this a big game as far as seeding, like can the Packers even have a chance to win the division? Can they make some noise against a team that they've struggled to make noise against? I know they did great in Thanksgiving, but the physical way the Lions play football make it tough. Can this team beat great football teams? They haven't shown it this year. This is their first. Well, not their first. This is their next best opportunity to do so, and they're playing their best football, so I'm optimistic about it.
I just can somebody help the Packers out? And now this is why the Packers also need to help themselves out. Because golly gee, the Cardinals had the Minnesota Vikings on the ropes. That would have helped them with the division. The Bears literally just needed to not be brain dead, and they would have beat the Lions, and then we're that much closer to the division as well. Now they just got to take it in their own hands and go beat the Lions.
And that's what I was going to say. You said, can anybody help them out? You help your own dang self out. That's what the Green Bay Packers need to do. And when I look at this Packers football team, and I look at this game on Thursday, listen, there is only one team that's running on the field, forward field on Thursday that actually has something to prove. And it's show anthem people in that sky blue, or what the heck they call it, the baby
Hawaiian blue.
Hawaiian blue. It is the green and gold football team, the Green Bay Packers, that have something to prove. Because as you just talked about, Brad, they've beaten everybody but the top dogs in the NFC. This is now the moment. Do we find out that the Packers are for real, right? It was great what they did against the Miami Dolphins. It was great what they did against the San Francisco 49ers. And it was great that they were resilient and found a way to win against the Chicago Bears when it was nothing but a fingertip away from losing that football game. All of that is fantastic, but now this is the moment that you get to learn whether or not you are a real Super Bowl contender or if you are a team that we're going to see what you do in the playoffs. This is the moment the Packers have been waiting for. They're playing well right now. Jordan Love is playing a lot better. He's healthy as well. His decision-making has been better. The defense is coming around. The special teams has played better.
They made a 50-yard field goal.
They did make a 50-yard field goal.
That?
Everything right now is trending in the right direction, and they're starting to look like a complete football team. So this game on Thursday means everything for the season. This is the most important game for the Packers all season long. I don't care what happens after. I don't care what happens before.
What do you mean after? There's playoffs.
There's a lot to care about after.
Regular season. Playoffs, yes.
Just trying to protect you here.
No, thank you. Most important regular season game is today because you already know you're going to the playoffs, but now this game will show you whether or not we can maybe think these beads might be actually going down to New Orleans or whether or not the beads are just for show.
Are the beads for show or are the beads
for real?
I was trying to rhyme.
A rhyme would have been
awesome. A rhyme would have been awesome there.
I mean, you could have gone
for flow.
You could have gone with the layup of are the beads for show or are the beads faux show?
Nah, I'd rather not be that douchey.
Yeah, it wasn't a layup.
It was a layup.
It was okay. I'm Strofe. Are the beads for show or are the beads faux show?
I actually like the way you said that. Say it again, Strofe.
Are the beads for show or are the beads for show?
Are the beads for show or are the beads for show? Find out on Thursday when the Packers go and beat up on the Lions.
Steph in Ottawa, 800-990-3776. God, I hated that. You're up, Steph.
Hey guys, happy Monday.
Happy Monday, man.
I'd love to keep bludgeoning teams with Jacobs running the rock, but the Packers really need to attack the Lions' banged up front seven with Tucker Kraft, check downs, and honestly, endless crossing routes. So I don't want to call it a Goff-like game manager type of game, but honestly, Jordan Love might need to put in that kind of performance and just kind of slowly bleed it down the field, keep their offense off the field, and profit from there.
Well, now, Steph, thank you for the call. Because of you, I will be looking for checkdowns to Kraft and endless crossing routes on Thursday.
That's quite a prescription right there. The one thing I do like from Steph from Ottawa was keeping the Lions off the field. There's no doubt. They have maybe the best offense in the NFL. And so the Packers, I think they're going to have success against this Lions defense. They're kind of struggling right now. But if you can just keep the Lions off the field, whether that be running the football, whether that be conservative, good, smart passing play, I like everything about that. Shorten this game and keep the Lions off the field. That's a prescription to win.
Man, just keep doing what you've been doing, right? Jeff Hafley has done a great job limiting offense that he has gone up against. I understand the weather played a role in that game against the Miami Dolphins. I understand that the 49ers didn't have their quarterback, and I know the Bears are limited offensively, even though I really didn't like the way the defense played, even though they only held them to 19 points in that game. But keep doing what you've been doing because you are building something special right now. So I want the Packers to be themselves.
800-990-3776. This man might have known that Jordan Love was going to be better than what Brian Gutekunst maybe even thought he could be. This is Mark in New Berlin, everybody. Mark, welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, the Jordan Love Ferrari in the garage. He's out and he's driving around.
Happy Monday! Benny, you ran out of gas. That is not good for a PT Cruiser. They shouldn't run out of gas.
It's Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road, and they had nothing to do with it. It was all my fault.
Well, we all have done it. I can't really say I've done that. Now, getting back to the Packers and these Detroit Lions, what is Dan Campbell going to do after the game? Every time I see that loser, he's crying in the post-game interviews. Oh, we won. I feel so good for these guys. He's going to really be crying when Jordan Love runs crazy on him. And Josh Jacobs runs about 505 touchdowns on him. Enough of this crying at big old baby. Another loser like Aaron Rodgers, never won a Super Bowl. You know, it's just sickening. You think Jared Goff's any good? You think he's really any good? No, he'll never be in Jordan Love's even category. Now getting back to the Badgers. What is going on there? I watched that game. I'm all over the joint. You know, the Badgers should hire Mark from New Berlin. The Badgers should hire. Mike, can you imagine? You know when I knew the Badgers were in trouble? Do you guys remember when Barry Alvarez had to coach them after what? I think, was it Bielema left?
There's a couple times Barry stepped in for the bowl game, yeah.
And remember, he charged like $120,000 extra. The guy's already making millions off the school, and then he charged $120,000 to coach in the bowl game.
Strofe, what you got to learn about our guy Mark in New Berlin is he runs out of steam.
I kind of wanted to see where he was going to end up.
I couldn't.
Where was it?
No, a dead end.
I was wondering what
a dead end.
Barry Alvarez requested $120,000.
I love the start. He's calling Dan Campbell a crybaby, and I feel so good for my players. And
he lost me at the Jared Goff. Yeah, the Jared Goff.
No, I love it. I love it. They got rid of him in the Super Bowl because he didn't think he was good enough. Is he good enough?
No
I don't
offense,
know.
Benny. I wanted to listen to him more than you.
All right, Mark, you're up on whatever the hell you were talking about.
Oh, I was talking about Barry Alvarez now. You guys, he charged the University of Wisconsin.
We heard that, you clown.
We're done.
I
But
told
wait a
you
minute.
it's a dead end.
He transformed the university. They should pay him $100 million for everything he's done for the university.
So we'll calm down.
And also that was 15 years, no longer.
You know,
12 years ago.
how I knew the Badgers were going to be bad this year when Barry Alvarez charged them $120K.
That was 2013.
Yeah,
that was 11 years ago.
The Badgers had really good seasons after that.
They've had in that time. They've had the stretch of 4 years where they won the most games of any class.
Guys, how many times do I have to tell you? Don't respond rationally to an irrational person.
I didn't know
he gets you guys every single time.
I can't help it though. I have to react.
I now
That
understand
was
why
so
when he
good.
said he had a Ferrari, I thought maybe he was smart. He saw something we didn't know. No, he was just being hopeful.
He
That was
guessed.
wishful. He's
It's the best guess in the entire world. He was ahead of everybody. He's not going to land another dart on the bullseye. You kidding me? He's hitting triple ones right now.
Well, here, Mark in New Berlin, hopefully 15 years from now when we go through the same cycle of getting ready to move on from Jordan Love and shipping him to the Jets and we draft some young kid 2 years before, hopefully you say the same thing about that and we just repeat the cycle.
All right. Well, it's time now for Brad to tell us about what Gina Della can do because and make sure I remember, Brad, on Friday, it is her actual birthday, and she turned 60 and did something great for all the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin folks like myself, and she's always going to continue to do great things for you to improve on your home and windows.
Yeah, that's right. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, they're just delivering. I mean, this holiday season especially, give yourself the gift. Santa's not the only one giving away presents. Gina Della from Pella and Pella Windows and Doors are giving you brand new windows and doors for a affordable price that you can afford. There is a window and door for every budget, every situation, and every house. I mean, you can get the windows for as low as $19 a month and patio doors for as low as $81 a month. They will meet you where you're at, whatever your plan is, whatever your renovation is, they will work with you. But a deal like that ends at the end of this year, 12/31. So you got to go through and make sure that you optimize your house now. You've already experienced what cold weather is. This is just a taste for what's coming in Wisconsin. So don't hesitate. Get together with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin this holiday season before the 31st and take advantage of their new deal to make your home winter ready.
Now, Mark in New Berlin, you have segment 1 to start the show if the Packers beat the Lions, so you can dance all over Dan Campbell and you calling him a baby for loving his players. And if the Packers get done, we'll give you that. As Jake in the 262 says, that dude is nuttier than squirrel turds. So is that what my dogs have been eating?
Oh, wow.
Those little small pebbles?
You don't kiss your dogs in the mouth, do you?
I let them lick my nose.
Oh, that's why you smell like boo-boo all the dang time.
More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And make sure everyone's tuning in when we do this, because y'all's faces are going to be like,
it better be sweet.
If you think I'm going to act like that for oatmeal, you're outside your damn
You've never
mind.
had Brad Nortman's oatmeal.
It's not Quaker,
but I've
is
also had
it?
chocolate chip pancakes with butter
organic.
and syrup that make me go, oh, baby, oatmeal ain't going to do that.
You'll be surprised. I'm going to do a variety.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Starting off with a little bit of action, eastbound on 94, right just past the Jefferson-Waukesha County line. We've got the left lane blocked with a crash, so we've got delays stretching into Jefferson County. On the westbound side of 94, right about at Mitchell Boulevard, looks like we've got a broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder. We've got some delays stretching all the way back towards 27th Street. Southbound 43 is just a little bit heavy from just north of Burleigh all the way down towards the North Avenue area. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 21. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 32. Weather is brought to you by the Corners of Brookfield. Help the big guy out this holiday season. Drop off your little one's letters in a special North Pole mailbox in the Market Square through December 22nd. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be. I think his legs
Yeah. Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry.
Are you guys being serious? You guys can't put two and two
I got it. I did not get it.
They don't call themselves Racine Danish Turtle.
Sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you two, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Get ready for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the 300K season finale giveaway at Potawatomi. Friday, December 20th, watch your entries from Bird Bash, Cash Clash, and Winter Stash. All pile into one massive drawing for a chance at up to 50 grand cash. Be there to win your share. December 20th, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Learn more at payspeak.com/finale. Must be 21 years old to play.
Winter is here. Don't let your car care take a backseat. Protect your car against rust, salt, and grime this season at Tsunami Express Car Wash. Tsunami Express makes cleanup a breeze with their state-of-the-art wash technology, powerful free vacuums, and convenient unlimited wash memberships. Try their new best-in-class T2 with graphene wash for the ultimate long-lasting shine and protection. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Try your first wash free when you sign up online at TsunamiExpress.com.
Be greeted by an owner at America's largest employee-owned jewelry store.
Welcome to Kessler's.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
It is a Victory Monday.
You got trouble.
Brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza, with delicious brands like Palermo's Connie's Urban Pie and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered. Find it in your local grocer's freezer. And again, getting sick of doing these shout outs to John, our great friend from Palermo's who roots for the Bears. God bless his soul. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Don't know why we're playing this song.
It's a good song choice. I said that to Strofe right away. I was like, great song, Strofe.
So what's the connection here?
You've got a friend in Palermo's Pizza.
No, that wasn't
it.
What about we're all friends here on KBN?
We're not. Kyle doesn't consider us friends.
I love KBN Nation. Shout out to KBN Nation if I saw you this weekend. I love KBN Nation.
But wait, you still didn't say we're friends. We all love KBN Nation.
Kyle was out in the town.
I was out in these streets. And all the KBN Nation, KBN. And I was like, oh, what up? Love the nation, baby.
It's paparazzi.
Kyle, do you think you're famous?
No, but I will say when you put a little liquor in my system, I thought I was somebody for a second.
So what grabbed
being honest.
What grabbed their attention? Was it the look? Was it the voice? Like, what is it about Kyle Wallace said, oh, that's Kyle from KBN.
Well, that's that guy who's got Christian Watson's family and all these Packers families tweeting at him.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed
this. Bad leader.
I don't know if you noticed this about our ESPN Wisconsin family.
Not too much diversity. So I think when there's one brother with dreads that's on the radio, actually radio in Wisconsin and sports talk radio, I may be the only black dude with dreads in Wisconsin sports radio that didn't play sports. So,
but that's the thing. How does somebody recognize you? They don't know what you look like.
They see us on, they watch us, and they see us. I definitely wasn't talking. I was just standing there like, I got to get up out of here.
Becoming relevant with Alex Strofe. He's not a black dude with dreads.
He wishes, though.
Riz me up.
Riz him up.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant. It's It's time to become relevant. Stroph's time to shine on KBN starts now.
This is always an interesting thing. So we are to the point in the year now where you're going to start seeing this is the blank of the year titles. And you're going to see your Spotify rap.
I see where you're going.
All that good stuff. The first big shoe is dropped, fellas.
What's that?
The 2024 Word of the Year, according to Oxford.
Oh, no.
Did anybody see what it was?
No. Is it like Gen Z slang?
I hope it isn't.
Has to be.
Oxford should not lower
Absolutely,
itself
yeah.
to that.
100%.
No, Oxford is lowering itself
Riz?
to Gen Z slang.
No, that was like last year, 2 years
I
ago.
believe Riz won a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Damn, I'm behind.
Brain rot is your Word of the Year in 2024.
You said you were riding. You were going to ride. Remember? Riding?
Rot, yeah, but
Rot?
that's different than brain rot.
What's brain rot?
Okay, do any of you know what brain rot is?
Never heard of that.
So
New to
the
me, first
dictionary Oxford Word of the Year is something us three and probably a lot of our audience have never heard of.
Are they adding it to the dictionary?
So yes, because Riz actually was the Word of the Year last year. This is from Casper Grathwohl, who is the president of Oxford Languages. Last year's winning word Riz was an interesting example of how language is increasingly formed, shaped, and shared with online communities. Brain rot, fellas. I will read you the definition, then I will give you my definition. Supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as a result of overconsumption, a lot of big words here, of material. So, long story short.
People getting high too much?
Now, TikTok. You know all the ins and outs of the little niches on TikTok.
So basically spending too much time on your phone?
Right, is
Isn't
brain
that
rot.
just called like exhaustion, drained?
Well, hold
Too
on.
much screen time?
This is bad
Why do we
marketing
need...
from Gen Z. I've heard, for how long, when we were rewatching TV as a kids, guys, us millennials, our parents would say, you got to stop watching TV. It's going to rot your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
They just basically turned it on itself and tried to make it their own word.
Gen Z
That's
is
a really
trash.
good point.
Right?
Trash.
Just recycling all of our good stuff and to try and make it something cool when it's just something we've already discovered.
And now Oxford is pandering to them.
I got
This is
brain
the
rot,
problem.
bro. This is terrible. This is bad. Bad on you, Oxford. Be better.
I can understand Riz. That has a little bit of
Yeah,
like, a
Riz,
little bit
I
of
like
juice to
Riz.
it.
Yeah, brain rot.
Some other finalists include the word demure.
Oh, demure was one.
What does that
mean?
So that's so demure.
Again.
Is that what
It could mean a lot of different things. Demure. Oh, that shirt is demure.
again, use other words other than demure.
No,
please.
you just say, oh, that's demure.
Is
You
it
gotta say it like that though.
Use another word.
Strophe, is he using it in the same, like in the right, like context?
I would say
of-
yes, but like other words would be defined as like vogue or cutesy or
Like fancy?
Sure, yeah.
Just say fancy.
There's not an agreed upon definition.
No,
it
let me
sounds
tell you, that
like.
word demure, it just rolls off the tongue. It
clearly.
feels like it's French, like I'm speaking another language. Demure.
Another finalist was the word lure.
Oh,
Is this
like
me?
lure him in?
I hope
No,
not.
that's lure.
I'm with you, buddy. That's how I say it.
lore is like something of legends, right? Like lore.
Right. Yeah. So like, you get really deep into the. You guys, I just taught you recently about the Bring the Boom guys, the Costco guys.
Yes. Oh, that
they
sucks.
have lore because there's lots of different. They're like an onion, lots of different layers to them. So
Okay,
lore.
Shrek.
What about aura?
Similar.
I've been seeing that word pop up.
It was not a finalist. The other
Like
finalist-
Dan Campbell has a strong aura about
Sure,
him.
yeah, that would be correctly yours. The other finalist, I didn't know any of these, so this is bad for even me. Slop, no idea.
Slop? What? How can that be
Brad
a
is
word
a
of the-
scholar right
This
now
is
and so
absurd.
mad.
We've
What
got
is-
PhDs studying our verbiage, and they're saying slop is in the candidates of word of the year.
What does that
2024 has been a
mean?
rough year, boys.
Dynamic pricing.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Wait, what? Dynamic pricing?
Is that one word?
means.
Dynamic
No, it's two words.
pricing
So
is
is brain rot.
Dynamic pricing is when the price of a good or services goes up and down based on when it's most popular. So like surge pricing with like Uber is an example of that. It's dynamic pricing. If you had a vending machine that had cold beverages and it would
You're
be
such a dork.
it'd become more expensive
Good.
on
This is
hotter
good.
days.
We've turned becoming relevant into talking about Oxford words that either make Brad mad or he can explain what they are.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
The last finalist was Romantasy, which I assume is a duo of fantasy and romance.
These kids suck.
Hey, dude, this world is going to.
Is it only
nowhere.
kids that are
It's
that
Gen
are
Z's
on the
to
forefront of these new words?
Gen Z's on the forefront of this. They are trash. Absolutely
we,
trash.
We rock. I'll tell you.
No,
what.
you guys don't. What? Like you guys suck.
What was millennial slang that was well received?
Oh, Soulja Boy. Anything Soulja Boy did, we all love.
Let's look up millennial slang during the break.
Let's see if our slang is actually better than their slang.
100%.
Millennial slang versus Gen Z slang versus Gen X slang.
This is all listed as millennial slang.
Hang on. We'll get to it on the other side.
Okay.
I got to get to a break here. And I also want to know.
You don't want to talk about fights in college football?
That was fun.
I do want to hear
7 of them. 7 of them, mostly originating from flags planted in the middle of the losing team's field.
Or the Arizona State Sun Devil Sphere thing.
I have a theory on those games.
What's your theory, Brad?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, boy.
I don't believe any of those games, they're all rivalry games, but no trophies. I think when there's an absence of trophy, you start to get a little silly.
No, that's actually a great point.
Because when all these other trophy games, they rush to the trophy, and then you celebrate the trophy. But when there's an absence of trophy, in that vacuum is chaos.
That's a really good take.
And chaos ensued.
Yeah, I agree. We can clap on that. That's
How about
not a
that?
conspiracy.
How about that?
That's a good, thoughtful man.
Dave from Aaron chimes in 800-990-3776. I don't even know how to make Bradford's name any more nerdier after that.
I'm living up to the hype.
Millennial slang, Gen Z slang, Gen X slang, the best slang words from all of our generations. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Ben, I've been a fan of you since Scalzo and Brust was on the air. You kind of are like a Pat McAfee for the ESPN Milwaukee. You kind of revolutionized this this channel and stuff.
Leo, I'm here for you, and I appreciate everything you say. We love you listening, and you can call in every day and say that. I won't get on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Starting off with a little bit of action, eastbound on 94, right just past the Jefferson-Waukesha County line. We got the left lane blocked with a crash, so we got delays stretching into Jefferson County. On the westbound side of 94, right about at Mitchell Boulevard, looks like we've got a broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder. We got some delays stretching all the way back towards 27th Street. Southbound 43 is just a little bit heavy from just north of Burleigh all the way down towards the North Avenue area. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, tonight partly cloudy skies, a low of 21. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, a high of 32. Weather is brought to you by the Corners of Brookfield. Help the big guy out this holiday season. Drop off your little one's letters in a special North Pole mailbox in the Market Square through December 22nd. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's the most wonderful time to bar crawl. Get ready for Milwaukee's 11th annual 12 Bars of Christmas on December 14th from noon to 5 p.m. 3 festive locations, Water Street, MLK Drive, and Brady Street, packed with holiday cheer. Your ticket includes a lanyard for food and drink specials, a holiday mug, and free entry at every stop, all while supporting Toys for Tots. Dust off your ugliest sweater, grab your friends, and join the city's biggest Christmas party. Tickets are limited, so don't wait. Head to 12bocwi.com to grab yours now. 21 plus only. Please drink responsibly.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Wallace. Right now at Universal Windows Direct, get 0% financing for 60 months, restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Courtney Cronin.
This is supposed to be different this year, right? No more Jim Harbaugh, no more as dominant as Michigan was last year in that second half. Like, this was supposed to be different. Yet it's your side of the ball, the thing that you're the brainchild of, if you're Ryan Day, that falters. Like, and I know we talk about his record, 1-4 against Michigan, 4 straight losses there. I understand the injury on the offensive line that they had to overcome. This being their first loss under him to an unranked opponent, Michigan's only ranked win in 7 wins this season. This should have not been a question of who goes into Columbus, mind you. This isn't a game being played in Ann Arbor. It's on your home field. And you show up like that? They looked unprepared. Either that or they're still hungover from their win against Indiana last week.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was born in the wrong time, one of a kind, living in a world gone.
Packers got it done. It is a Victory Monday brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza with delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer, and I'd love to be doing this again on a Victory Friday. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofer on the show, UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And Strofe, we put you to work back there as during Becoming Relevant with Alex Strofe, he had listed off the top 5 words from the Oxford Dictionary of the word of the year of 2024, which was brain rot, which is stupid. So Gen Z is ruining verbiage for all of us. I want to see if our millennial words were any better.
Ooh, I like this.
Yes.
It's going to be a great list.
Spoiler alert, not much better.
Oh, it's a lot.
Oh, no.
We'll be the
Start with
judge of that.
everybody's favorite. You know how you refer to your significant other? You don't call her babe. You don't call her baby. It's too long.
Oh, I know where
Bae.
this one is. I never liked this one.
I love Bae.
I never liked this one.
I didn't use it, but I like it.
Nah, I don't like
Hey,
it.
baby. Hey, baby. Y'all don't know that song.
Hurricane Chris, okay.
I know that song.
What do you wear on your wrist again? It's not a watch. It's not a bracelet.
Ice.
Icy, baby.
Get that ice.
That's
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
That's
ice is cool.
Ice is cool.
That is good. You icy. You don't know nothing about that.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't. You're right. It's not quite suspect. It's not quite suspicious. Once again, those words are just too long. Sus.
So I'm not gonna lie, we're pretty dumb too. We just shorten words.
Yeah. You're lazy.
We're lazy. We just shorten the words
You
up.
can't use sus no more, though. That might be not PC.
If I really what?
You can't be walking around saying people are sus.
That's sus. You're acting a little sus right now.
Hey, you're acting sus right now.
Canceled.
Okay. Well, Kyle, I really like your clothes today. I like your
Swag.
Nope.
Drip.
Yeah.
Hey, the drip.
Oh, drip.
That was a good one, too.
If you refer to somebody older than you, you know, like they're the original.
OG.
OG's good.
OG's good.
So
OG's good. We're way better than Gen Z.
OG. I'm your OG, Strofe. Don't forget that.
I've got a submission.
Go ahead.
Shook.
Oh, yeah.
Shook.
Yeah.
Is that I always use shook.
I was shook, yeah.
I mean, that one's not very creative.
Okay, how about this one? Something's going on. You didn't get invited. You feel a certain way.
FOMO.
Yeah. FOMO's a good one.
We create FOMO.
What about YOLO? We create YOLO.
YOLO's good.
You already know, though. You only live once. That's the motto. Oh, man.
Lit.
Oh, Liddy. Oh, yeah. Whole song's based off that one. This is all great.
This is all great.
This is fantastic. Take me back.
Thirsty is claimed as a millennial.
Yeah, she real thirsty.
Yeah.
Stop being thirsty, man.
Is she real thirsty or are you being thirsty?
Shoot, I've been thirsty a couple times. Everybody in this building, I've been thirsty, okay? Everybody over here smiling, man. You know you've been thirsty.
Never.
High key and low key.
Oh, yeah.
Millennial words.
Wait, what's high key?
High key
The
is
opposite
like
of low key.
Yeah, like low key. Like high key is when you want to be a little bit higher with it, like more out there. Like high key bro, but low key, man, this is good.
Yeah, we are good.
One of Benny's favorites. It is actually a big reason why this sound exists.
Cool.
Humble brag.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's a good call out. Humble brag.
Cool is the best thing.
Well, cool is for somebody who does a humble brag, right? If somebody
sure.
humbly brags.
Yeah, I played in the Final Four.
Cool.
I played with Giannis in Summer League.
Cool.
I'm awesome.
There you go. That's the list.
Do you like it?
Do I like what?
The list. As
He knows he likes it better than
trash list.
All right. Well, now he's got to defend himself. Time to look up the Gen Z swag
I mean, the
list.
The Gen Z
Okay,
list
so
be
Gen
trash.
Z, here are your options. Cap. You like Cap.
Wait a minute, y'all didn't come up with Cap. No Cap.
Bet.
Y'all didn't come up with Bet. I've been saying Bet forever.
Okay, well, let's go to more Gen Z. Goat is considered a Gen Z slang.
What?
Goat? No, it's not.
We've been having a GOAT argument for years.
Delulu.
Decades.
Delulu for delusional.
That's stupid.
The Lulu sounds
Salty?
soft.
Oh, stop it. We've been saying salty since I was kids. Y'all are thieves. That's what you are.
Ghosting? Ghosting is Gen Z.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like
No, we feel like we ghosted.
I did plenty of ghosting.
Ghosted
Did we
people back in the
refer to
day.
as ghosting?
Yeah.
Yes.
I ghosted.
Ghosted
yeah.
the hell out of people.
And then obviously we have the ones like Riz and Bussin' and Fam.
So those sound
Fam,
like
y'all stole Fam too? Y'all can have Ick.
Yeah, ick is weird. It gives me the ick.
You guys suck. You
Yeah,
stole
you
a
got-
lot
yeah.
of this.
Bougie.
Oh, not Bad and Bougie? That song came out like 10 years ago, but y'all took Bougie, huh?
Thieves. Gen Z are thieves.
Nothing original.
I just on the Wikipedia page.
The
What do you
same
want
way
from
that
me?
like delusional, we would have said like Delu. They go Delulu.
Yeah,
Sick.
just soft.
Yeah,
Just
Sick.
soft.
Nobody said Delu.
You said, I mean.
No, I'm saying as millennials, we would have made it Delu, and it would have sounded way better than Delulu.
Yeah, you gotta drop off that second Lou. Nothing good about that one.
yeah.
Every generation can go to the Princeton Club and have a great time. With millions of dollars invested into the clubs, free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. They have weights, cardio, workout classes, basketball, tennis, swimming. They have it all. Personal training. You can find your better tomorrow, and the lowest rates of the year are now. In December, the lowest rates of the year are now. And we head over to Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram because she had the courage to talk to somebody at the Princeton Club. Make any progress?
We did hang out like twice.
Whoa!
Ready?
Yeah, he's cool. He talked to me. He came up to me first.
What do you say?
Oh, wow.
Well, so I was in Madison,
Yeah, good, cool.
and I was reading a book in the sauna, and he asked me, "What are you reading?"
Wow,
No good?
Co-ed song.
Just like, what do you listen to?
It's in the pool area.
Oh, okay.
Like, so everyone can go in and out.
So y'all
great
saw
place to
in
meet.
10 days, y'all hung out twice?
Yeah.
Dang, man, I moved way too slow back in the day. I should
Some
be zooming.
Some may say he's a little thirsty.
He hella thirsty. And it sounds
does,
like
that, does that put you off the market?
No. I mean, well.
Whoa! Is he listening?
Oh, I hope not. All right,
So
I
it's
hope
not going that well.
No, I mean, he's cool. It's going good. It's going
Three
good.
he's cools. You must be really
oh,
cool.
wow. You're blushing. Why are you blushing so much, girl?
It's going well. He's cool.
Oh, Ford, he's cool.
Oh, wow.
Have it gathered.
What else?
wow.
What else do we know
wow.
about him?
Oh, wow.
He plays basketball.
Like pickup?
He
He plays basketball.
Ben's men's league.
He plays hoops.
He likes Migos a lot.
Oh, okay.
And he likes
Bad
Drake.
bougie, no?
No, I'm starting to figure out who he look like.
What do you think he looks like?
Is he like Drake and Migos?
Yeah.
What do
Look
people
like a
do?
handsome gentleman.
What do people
He
do
is
for
handsome.
dates nowadays?
Yeah, what's a date?
Oh gosh, I should have thought. Of
I don't know if
something.
we should go here.
Did you guys go out
Well,
to eat or?
We got food.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't a yes.
Did we
got
millennial
food?
Netflix and chill?
Maybe let's leave her alone.
I'm just
We get way
kidding.
too
I'm
deep to
just
this
curious.
girl.
No, he did come over. We did not Netflix and chill, but he did come over.
Dang,
we
he
hung
came all
out.
the way from Madison here?
Well, he actually lives around here.
And he's out in Madison too, huh?
Yeah.
Look at the Princeton Club. You can find love
Yeah.
anywhere.
Clint thinks he's cool means he's been friend zoned, but we don't know that. We can't speak for it. We'll let the relationship play out, and love happens at the Princeton Club in the lowest rates of the year right
Love
now.
happens at the Princeton Club.
At the Princeton Club. Brad Nortman wants to revisit his Hear Brad Out. Plus, I was with my family from Chicago, and Jonathan Brust, my brother, is a lunatic, and I loved every second of watching the Bears collapse right in front of my eyes. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm about being young, wild, and free.
No, you're not.
You're
not young, wild, and free.
I am young.
You're not that.
I am
Every time I ask you to do
Wild.
something, I check with a girlfriend.
Wait, why are you taking so, why you going personal? Why you gotta talk about business? I can still be free with a lady.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
I will say, if you're driving yourself to the game, can't bring it
Come on.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
18, 19. If you're a teenager, you could still bring a glove.
License is the way to go.
What if it's vote?
No.
Why can't we compromise?
I'm willing to vote. I don't know how to make it more clear.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Kevin Moret for Mentality Men's Health. Guys, I know you hate to feel weak. That means something different for every guy, but for most guys, it means the way they look and move through their day. Did you know that 70% of Mentality clients see an increase in their muscle mass, their muscle tone, and the way they look? This means our clients got their confidence back. If you're looking to look and feel the way you did years ago, join the over 25,000 guys at Mentality and get your confidence back. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Rick, describe some of our wow Christmas gifts while Sarah and I name the prices and add a little commentary.
Okay. A 1.5 carat total weight diamond bolo bracelet.
Amazingly unique. Just $1,598.
Half carat total weight inside outside diamond hoop earrings.
Just $698.
1 carat total weight is just $898.
A fabulous 3 carat oval created diamond.
But we only have a few of these.
Just $3,998.
A 1 carat total weight created diamond tennis bracelet.
Just $898.
We also have the big 1 carat total weight natural diamond tennis bracelet for just $1,798.
And from now until Christmas, we have 18 months same as cash financing.
With approved credit.
And a delightful gift for you with every purchase of at least $300.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
My back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month.
PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply and 12/31/2024.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
A monster first half offensively leads the Pack to a win over the Dolphins at Lambeau on Thanksgiving night, and now it's a huge division clash this Thursday against the Lions in Detroit. Here's quarterback Jordan Love after the Miami win.
Since we got back from the bye week, that's been the focus, is playing complementary ball, and I think the last couple games we've been doing that. And obviously it takes everybody.
The 11-1 Detroit Lions hosting the now 9-3 Green Bay Packers. A 7:15 kick on Thursday.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Refresh your space during Dutch Boy Days at Menards. Get a paint that combines durability and gorgeous color. Dutch Boy's DuraClean Interior Paint and Primer in 1 offers Stay Clean technology, making your home stay beautiful and clean longer. With Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container, transforming your home has never been easier. Save big money on Dutch Boy paints and head into Menards to get your paint project started today.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck.
That they do. Alex Strofer on the show. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776 and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now on Thanksgiving, before I ran out of gas, I was at my father's place in the suburbs of Illinois with my family, who were all excited for the Bears game.
Don't know why. They're Delulu as the Gen Z.
Delulu. Very good, Kyle. As the Bears were driving, and there was a pass interference call that put them in field goal range. Don't worry, it's not you, it's the system. I know, and it's all right. And if the Bears Still Suck comes on randomly, I don't think people are going to be mad. Boom! There was a pass interference call, and it set the Bears up, which should have been in field goal range and likely the end of the game. Here's what happened when my family saw the penalty. First down at the spot of the foul. That is Jonathan Brust's son, Jonathan Brust II, known as Jay.
Oh, no.
There's two of them.
There's two of them.
Oh, Jay,
There's two of them.
Ain't no hope for Jay. Ain't no hope.
Little Jay.
He gave him the Bears fan.
Play it again, just so you can see spot. Listen to the spot of the foul at the end.
He is his daddy, huh?
Yep.
He is. Carbon copy.
Yep.
Oh, this is terrible. It's great, but it's terrible. These
Jonathan Brust.
poor
Kyle suggests you put your children Child Protective Services for making them Bears fans. You're up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, my kids are just fine. They are going to be happy Bears fans their entire life.
Is that possible?
Is that a thing?
Wait. Are you a happy Bears fan your entire life?
Oh, 100%. I mean, come on. I had Jay Cutler.
Lulu.
Who doesn't like smoking Cuddy?
I mean, Packer fans love Jay Cutler. He was really good at giving the ball to the other team.
I like the way
it wasn't Jay Cutler's fault. If we didn't have so many different offensive coordinators, we wouldn't have this problem.
Here we
and
go.
Guy, you can say I'm delusional. However, Ben, the fact that you let your fiance drive home from Dad's house, and then she ran out of gas, bro, that is like the biggest
I missed what
dumb move you could ever do. You drive. You do not let your fiance drive. Oh, I'm going to sit back in the back seat with the baby. Ben, can you tell your entire audience to put your baby to bed during Thanksgiving? Because I know her father couldn't do it.
This pains me.
Wait a minute. What happened?
So
go on.
It was Thanksgiving, and it was nap time for our little girl, and my fiance gave it a shot, didn't want to go down. I gave it a shot, ran out of patience. And I was like, we were just like, all right, like she doesn't need a nap. Like we'll figure it out. Jonathan insisted on doing what?
Putting her to sleep.
Trying it.
Being the hero.
Yeah.
And
did it work?
He got her down.
He got like 12 kids. You know.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything with the kids.
He's watched. He's seen a lot.
He's changed one diaper his entire time with 6 kids.
But he's a Bears fan.
No, I'm not a lie. Jonathan Brust, how many diapers have you changed?
I've changed more than you.
No
Guaranteed.
shot.
I have 6
you have
kids.
6 kids.
I'm sending a text to your wife right now. I will get the true answer.
You wait a minute. There's no way because you have to be with the kids by yourself at some point. So
No,
I mean,
not in his world. He gets to run around and live life freely.
Ben, I've changed more diapers than you.
I will
Ben,
find
you've
out
never
from the
had
source.
Ben, have you ever put down a kid and a kid you're putting to sleep is sick? Because your wife is out with her girlfriends and you want to be a good husband, and then the child pukes in your mouth.
This sounds like such a specific one-off.
Yeah, right. Remember that one time that my wife went out and I was home with the kids? I got the text out to thank you, Jonathan Brust, for your entertainment on Thursday.
Poor JB.
I have the text out to my sister-in-law. How many diapers has Jonathan changed?
Wow. If he hasn't changed many, she must have changed hundreds of thousands of diapers.
6 kids.
That's insane.
That's
6 kids.
And there's a lot of smelly stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. Get ready, Kyle. Get ready.
Damn,
Someday.
John in the desert. Does Ben have issues not being as much of a man as his brother Jonathan? Man, you guys don't know that clown.
JB's interesting.
I feel like he needed.
First down, spot of the foul.
Was this after the Bears game that you tried to put your daughter down?
I think so.
I think he needed a win, man. I think he needed a win. The Bears certainly aren't giving him wins.
They're not. I can't believe he
total question mark? Not sure. Definitely many for our first child, then a steep drop-off after.
He got bored. He got bored. I don't blame him.
The Dam Sports Show next in Beaver Dam. Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison. We continue getting ready for the Packers-Lions with you. Brad studied for an exam, and he's got all the answers to the test for Thursday. In 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Sell out with me, oh yes.
Well, we still have this accident 94 eastbound just inside the Waukesha-Jefferson County line. Left lane's blocked with a crash there, and the backups stretch into Jefferson County, so heads up with that. Closer into the downtown area, we're seeing delays from 76th Street on and off the brakes all the way to 35th. Westbound slowing down from 25th to Mitchell Boulevard. Then we've also got some backup southbound 43, basically from North Avenue all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Eastbound 894, right about at Loomis, we got the right shoulder blocked with a crash there. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 21. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 32. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Always have a slice of summer by playing Pro Tour courses on one of their 12 simulators. Book a bay for just $35 Monday through Thursday. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Mazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. Zero sugar, zero carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We them boys. Holla, holla, holla. We making noise. Holla. Holla, 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 holla.
It's the 4-1 4 hour at 4. Right here on KBN.
On a Victory Monday, nonetheless, brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza with delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered. Find it in your local grocer's freezer. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strophy running the show. 800-990-3776. Brad, you were a complete nerd thus far throughout the show.
Yes.
Talking about
case studies on
case
New
studies,
Coke.
business studies, and
Yeah.
we were breaking down the Oxford Dictionary for the word of the year from becoming relevant.
Yeah,
We were all nerdy.
Discussing the philosophies of dynamic pricing.
Oh, wow. Philosophies of dynamic pricing.
Yeah, because some people might call that price gouging.
Okay, I just wanted to set.
Oh, that's more common.
I just wanted to set the scene. I don't want to go back into Business 101 with Brad Nortman. You actually put your brain to work as it pertains to your nerdiness in getting ready for the Green Bay Packers-Detroit Lions game.
Yeah, as I was reflecting on this game, right, because it's only 4 days away. This is a Thursday of game week, so right around the corner, Thursday night will be here before you know it. And I was reflecting on the game. I was thinking about myself in the Granger School of Business library studying for a test, right? I was a nerd.
Cool.
I was studying for exams.
Kyle's cool was so mean.
That is a deep, deep cutting cool. But, there would be times where I would put in the work and study all week. And it'd be Thursday night before a Friday test, and you'd close the book and you'd say, you know what? I've done everything I could. I've done all
quick
this.
time out. Strofe, Kyle, can you guys relate to that at all?
No,
I was cramming.
Come on,
I was cramming.
Well, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
What? Are you kidding?
I didn't really study.
Yeah, I studied when I had to.
I studied for the exams.
As you know, I got a 19 out of 65 on my first psych test. How much studying
As you know, he says.
I had a very specific studying regiment. I would ramp up throughout the week, but then the day before, I would only do like an hour or two, just touch on it. Because at that point, hay is in the barn. I've done everything I possibly could, and I would feel good about it. That day before the exam, if I studied the right way, I would say, you know what? I got no stress. I've done everything I possibly could. I might not, get an A on it, but I know I couldn't do anything more to prepare myself. That's how I feel about the Green Bay Packers facing the Detroit Lions.
I need you to help raise my children.
Yeah, we'll get them right, Kyle. We'll get them right. And just like the Packers are going to get right. Because the way I look at this is the Packers are, generally speaking, healthy. Healthy compared to the total NFL. They're healthy. They're playing their best football. Defense, including defensive line, has turned it on lately. Jordan Love, clearly fully healthy now, playing his best football. Matt LaFleur has confidence. They're playing physical football. They're starting to create an identity. The Packers are as prepared as they ever have been to be able to face a challenge like the Lion. It's like they have studied all week, and right before the test, they've said, I've done everything I possibly could. That is how I feel about the Packers. They are so prepared for this challenge. They might not win, but they've left nothing on the table thinking of like, well, if they would have done this, if they would have
we
done
don't
that.
know that till the 60 minutes are on the field.
I mean, that's true as far as showing up for the game, but there's no doubt that recently speaking, they are playing their best football. They're healthy. They're confident. They're physical. They're doing everything they would otherwise need to do to get a win on Thursday night. So that's why I go into Thursday night with actually very little stress. It seems like this team is well positioned for it. I think they're going to give the Lions their best shot.
Poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Is this the most confident you've been in the Packers all season?
I mean,
it is for me.
I mean, when I look at it, Brad, I'm right there with you with the level of
I want to see if we get like 90% here. Like, I feel like it should be around 85, 90. But I still think it's not going to be that high until Jordan Love has that game. But go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about this, Brad, I'm right there with you with my level of confidence with this Green Bay Packer football team because they finally showed us something, right? Like, we're finally seeing consistency. When you look at this football team, this offense is fantastic. 24 points, and I believe it was like 8 or 9 of their games this season they have 24 points that they scored offensively. They've been able to score. They've been able to beat up on teams as well. And also, we're starting to see them actually be a complete football team. Before they had the bye week, we were talking about some of the issues they had. We were talking about the pass rush. We were talking about the penalties. We were talking about the red zone offense. We were talking about Jordan Love's inability to make good decisions consistently on the football field. And we're talking about special teams. We're talking about drop passes. All these different issues that the Green Bay Packers had arise before the bye week, we are now seeing them solve all these issues. So with that, the Green Bay Packers are playing the best football they have played all season, and more importantly, they're actually confident in themselves. It looks like they're finally finding themselves, which is why I feel so good going into this game. Win or lose, I said this before, we're going to know exactly what the expectation should be for the rest of the season. So that's why I'm gassed up and geeked up and ready for Thursday because I think the Packers go into Detroit and hit them in the mouth.
It's one of those things where it leaves no room for excuses, right? Which is how I felt about studying. It's not like, oh, if I only would have studied more. No, this team is playing its best football. They're generally healthy. If they go in and lose, you're left with no excuses. It's just, well, they're just not there yet, which is an okay outcome too. Not necessarily okay, but at least you have clarity on it. I feel like this is the first time there's really no real excuses for the Packers not playing their football, and that has me feeling really good for Thursday.
I want to get to that second part, because to me, that second part is most important. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We're getting you ready for the Packers and Lions, and as Brad says, this team is prepared like he was when he was studying as a dork in college, ready for that exam.
You're ready for that audit exam.
The Packers are ready for this exam on Thursday against the Lions. Now, if you don't do well on the exam and you don't win the game, you say it's okay, but when is it not okay? Because this would now be, we talked about earlier, another loss against a top team, the top three teams. It's been the Vikings, the Eagles, and it's been the Lions. This would be loss number 4 against the top three teams ahead of you. Right now, you could maybe argue the Packers are playing better football than the Vikings, but they found ways to win. Right? So those three teams are ahead of you in the NFC. Not just the North, but the NFC. The Eagles, the Lions, and the Vikings. You lose this one, how many times can you say it's okay?
Well, not that it's okay, but you look at it and say, this isn't the Packers' year. Like, they are still a team that's
after
young.
this game, you say it's not their year.
If they lose, unless it's like a super close game where it could have went either way, if they lose kind of convincingly like they did the first game, I would just look at it and say the Lions, the Eagles, maybe the Vikings. I think the Packers might leapfrog the Vikings, but the Lions are clearly a team of destiny. It's just not the Packers' year, because that would be 4 games then. 4 games where you have the opportunity to beat a great team and you don't do it. If you're 0-4 against great teams, how can I expect you to go on the road, which is what they're going to be in a wild card situation, to do that 3 times in a row to get to the Super Bowl? It would say to me that this team is young, they're ascending, and that this year isn't the year. That next year most likely would be the year where they are in the position the Lions are in.
I would still be optimistic. I would agree that this would be a building year, and it would lower my expectations. Going into this season, the floor for me, the minimum for me, was the Packers going to the NFC Championship, because I needed to see them take a step forward. They weren't able to get there. They got to the divisional round last year. They played a close game against the 49ers, and they just missed out on going to the NFC Championship. So for me, seeing them take another step forward, it would be going to the NFC Championship. But if they do lose to the Lions on Thursday, I would know where they're at, but also I would still have optimism for, hey, you know what? We get to the playoffs, you never know what could happen, right? And that's where I would be at.
That's not a fun place to be.
You know, you think it's not a fun place to be, but remember when the Packers smacked the Cowboys last year? It was a fun place to be, the first ever number 7 seed to win a playoff.
But that was last year. Don't you? You're changing from ascending to now being okay.
No, because
it kind of goes that
Brad
route.
said it right though, because you know the direction that they're going, the trajectory is good. It just means that he says it doesn't. It means it's not our year. To me, it means, well, there's teams that are better than us, but any given Sunday in the playoffs, Saturday as well, or Monday, anytime you go on the football field, you never know what's going to happen. I feel like if the Packers lose on Thursday, I'm just basically hoping for the best, right? I'm no longer putting pressure on myself, on the team to go out there and actually have to meet expectations.
Well, so Kyle, all season long, you were saying, even before the season started, Packers got to get to the NFC Championship game. Anything less than that is a failure.
It would be.
Would you change your expectations? Would you say, you know what, maybe just divisional round? Maybe
that's kind of what I'm getting at here. Because you sound like you're changing. If
my expectations will still be, I want them to go to the NFC Championship, but if they lose on Thursday, and it is clear that the Eagles and the Lions are just clear-cut the 2 top teams in the NFC this year. You lost a close one to the Eagles earlier this year. If it's just clear of that, then I can't get mad if those 2 are the best 2 teams. It just means we got to work a little bit harder. But right now, as of today, I still hope that the floor is going to be the NFC Championship game, and it would be a failure as of right now. But that could change based off how the season plays out.
On Twitter, X at KBN ESPN, early but telling. Is this the most confident you've ever been in the Packers this season? 81% say yes. 19% say no. So the confidence is there. Is it going to translate to an actual win against a formidable top NFC opponent? My gut is telling me yes.
I like your gut right now.
Yeah, but my gut's usually wrong.
Uh-oh. Never mind. Take that back.
How many times have you done this with me where I get...
That's true. You're quite off quite a bit.
Yeah. Quite off quite a bit. Yes, that is true.
I think not only are we as a show, and then clearly KBN Nation is agreeing, I think the Packers themselves have that type of conviction where they feel like they're playing the best football of the year because they're playing physical. Josh Jacobs is just running roughshod over everyone. Jordan Love clearly fully healthy. And now we can see what like the not fully healthy Jordan Love was look like. Comparing that to fully healthy Jordan Love, it's a different quarterback. Defense picking it up outside of just turnovers. So it seems like this is a team that's having fun. I mean, the guys that were eating those turkey legs after thinking, that's a team that has fun. That's a brotherhood. They like one another.
Offense and defensive players.
Offense and defense. So I think they also believe that they have the highest level of confidence in themselves. So this game comes at a great time.
And then when I also think about this overall football team and them just coming together, man, the first time they played, we didn't know what they were, right? We were still like, okay, Jordan Love's going to play in this game. We weren't exactly sure. We feel so sure of what the identity now is of this football team. We feel more confident that guys can rise to the occasion when Jair Alexander is out, and we're not sitting there saying, boy, we need Jair to slow down Tyreek Hill. Boy, we need Jair to slow down Jalen Waddle. Like, we're not having those type of issues. And so overall, this football team is just in a better place than where they were earlier this year against the Detroit Lions. So that's why a lot of us feel confident and good going into this game. I'm chomping at the bits to sit on the couch and watch this game Thursday night.
Chomping at the bits to sit on the couch.
We need the ceramic version of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, yeah, you do. That is the best version. You know how I know that is the case? Because Tsunami and Express Car Wash has a ceramic membership that I'm a part of. I believe Kyle and Ben is also a part of it, too. To keep our cars nice and clean for the winter season. That's right. You've already seen the salt on the road, the muck, the snow, all of it. It's making that beautiful car of yours look nasty. You don't want a nasty car for the holiday season. You're driving to your family, your friends. You want to pull up in a beautiful looking sleigh, aka car that you drive. Tsunami Express Car Wash is your go-to destination for a state-of-the-art car wash, powerful free vacuums, and convenient unlimited wash memberships. And listen to this. Brand new technology at Tsunami Express Car Wash. T2 with graphene. That wash is the ultimate long-lasting shine and protection. It gives it the highest, glossiest, most mirror-like finish to protect your car during the winter season. Tsunami Express Car Wash has everything you're looking for when it comes to making your car beautiful, including this new T2 with graphene wash. So if you have not experienced...
Oh, wow.
That's right, Tsunami Express Car Wash. Then now is your time to do it. You're going to show up, you're going to wash, chill, and repeat. That is the Tsunami Express Car Wash experience. Check them out for yourself all winter long at Tsunami Express Car Wash.
I hate to say it, I'm all in on a former Brad here, Brad out. I'll tell you why, and Brad can say his piece, because he wasn't here for his here, Brad out. We recorded Brad, and we'll make sure to hear from him. And hear from you, 800-990-3776. If you didn't hear it last week, you're going to hear it next, and I'm going to agree with it. We'll see what you think.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Eastbound 94 still has that left lane blocked with a crash just inside the Waukesha-Jefferson County line. Backups going into Jefferson County. We've also got a crash on 41 southbound, just south of Hampton Avenue, off on the left shoulder. Watch 4 backups heading back towards Silver Spring. Stays heavy down past Capitol Drive anyway. Eastbound 94, right at Loomis, we've got a crash. Did have the right lane blocked for a bit. Now everything's moved off to the right shoulder. Still, though, delays stretching all the way back into the Hale interchange. And westbound 94, you're seeing delays from 25th Street pretty much all the way past 68. Then checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 21. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 32. Weather's brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Balzaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some... Why are you throwing... I don't want...
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN show streaming on video.
Named by me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? Get a little slice of summer on the links with Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, a top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. With bays at just $35 an hour, Mondays through Thursdays. That summer feel is easily back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Engagement rings, wedding bands, and big anniversary diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Wins, wins, and more wins are waiting to be uncovered at Potawatomi. Get ready to find yours in a winter stash of $300,000 in prizes this December. Play with your rewards card for entries, drawings on 3 thrilling Thursdays. Some seriously big wins are waiting for you. Winter Stash at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Kevin Moret for Mentality Men's Health. I know that a guy's confidence comes from many sources. For our clients, the way they look is a big driver. When you have the muscle mass and the muscle tone, it changes the way you carry yourself. Did you know that 70% of Mentality clients have increased muscle mass and muscle tone through testosterone and peptide therapy? Their confidence is back and everyone can see it. If you want to recapture the way you look and felt years ago, join the over 25,000 clients and start today. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Cousins Subs is spicing things up this fall with a new sub and a delicious shake. The Chipotle Cheesesteak Sub with either grilled-to-order chicken or steak features pepper jack cheese, sautéed green peppers and onions, jalapenos, and Chipotle ranch dressing. And that's not all. Pair your Chipotle Cheesesteak with a new pumpkin pie shake and your taste buds will fall in love. Order in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Brad Nortman had about 7 Thanksgivings, so he left us on Wednesday to prepare for them all.
How much did you eat? Did you overeat? I know I did.
Yeah.
But you know he woke his ass up and worked it off each morning.
I did. I did work out every morning. I experienced some restraint because I knew more food was on its way, so I never ate to failure at any given place.
I ate good. No remorse.
I'm sure you did. Now, while Brad was off, he recorded a Hear Brad Out for us. And look, I'll say it. Basically, you said the Packers should play on Thanksgiving every day or every year.
The evening game at Lambeau every single year should be the new fixture in addition to Detroit, then the Cowboys, and the Packers Thursday night every Thanksgiving.
I love it. Because I loved it. I loved that it was cold. I love that there were some flurries. I love the atmosphere. I also love the fact that you have the Lions every year, you have the Cowboys every year, but why not have a great spectacle at Lambeau Field at night? You have 2 indoor teams.
Yeah,
we've all been. I mean, if you haven't been enjoying it, that's on you. Snow games, they've been fun. That Cleveland game where it was snowing a couple Thursdays ago. You had last night on Sunday Night Football in Buffalo where it was snowing. Now, it didn't snow like crazy, but I'm just saying it set the scene for me to be like, holy cow, this is great. The Packers should play at 7:20 every Thanksgiving. I'm all in, Brad.
That's right, Ben, because it'll kick off.
That's right, Brad.
That's right, Ben. It'll kick off basically this new holiday season post-Thanksgiving, and it would be you can't tell me, Kyle, because by the way, I re-listened to the Hear Brad Out. You couldn't just let the recording play. You guys had to interrupt it how many times?
You were stuttering a little bit.
Hear Brad, that was actually hilarious. Ashton Rotman. Why didn't you add it?
Executive producer of ESPN Milwaukee.
Because there was one part where I did stutter over myself badly, not knowing which way I'm going to go next, and I was like, and you guys have rightfully so eviscerated me for it. But you have to agree.
You said again.
You have to agree that when the day was over, and you could the ratings at the NFL Thanksgiving. So the ratings. The ratings.
Those ratings. And I'm sure, to his point, though, you're going to get massive ratings. And it was awesome to see the Packers kick ass in front of the national audience.
You just can't tell me that after a long day of seeing family, eating, to go home, put some sweats on, put on the Packers, see them playing at cold in Lambeau, and spank another team on Thanksgiving night isn't something that you want to see every single year.
I recommend not running out of gas before the game on your way back.
Important point.
Like I did.
Yeah. The game was cool. It was nice. I enjoyed it because the Packers won. If the Packers are winning on Thanksgiving Day, that's fantastic. But there's other places that you can have that same type of nostalgic type feel as football feel. Think about the Pittsburgh Steelers playing on Thursday night on Thanksgiving night. You would love that. The Baltimore Ravens, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Why don't you want it?
Why are you deflecting?
I just don't feel like I don't want us to be part of that tradition.
Do you not want them to be on the spotlight?
No, not every Thursday. No, I don't want it every Thursday.
Eating turkey legs, something to play for each year.
Because listen, this is a great run of the Packers. It's fantastic. I love it. But you know what I don't want? I don't want my Packers all of a sudden to have a down year and then my Thanksgiving is ruined. If the Packers lost on Thursday, my day would have been ruined.
The day was over. It's at night.
My night would have been ruined. I would have went to bed all sad. No, and then had to deal with the Badgers. The Badgers suck now, so I would have back-to-back losses. I'm terrible. No, thank you.
I don't know. I think it was awesome. I would actually I actually didn't mind the Black Friday game. It was a little early. 11 a.m. is a little early, but I kind of liked the Black Friday game.
It was 2 p. Are you talking about the Badgers?
Yeah, no, the Badgers. Because you mentioned the Badgers.
The Black Friday NFL game was at 2. That was a weird
Who watched
spot.
that?
I didn't watch that.
It's terrible.
Bits and pieces, bad timing.
Everybody doing something at 2 p.m. on Friday. That was terrible.
Yeah. I just think the Packers on Thursday night was epic and iconic. They are amongst the NFL's biggest franchise, so why wouldn't you not spotlight them? It just makes sense. Even the ones you mentioned. Pittsburgh, maybe, but the Ravens or the Eagles or whatever.
No.
It doesn't feel like Thanksgiving. It doesn't feel like cozy and,
Packers feel like Thanksgiving.
They do, don't they?
No.
Kyle,
they've won
back-to-back
back-to-back
Grinch
years,
mentality.
though.
I forget where you stood on this, but are you more in the Brad and Ben camp or the Kyle camp?
I'm more in the Kyle camp. I don't want my Thanksgiving ruined.
Is that because that's because you have to work it?
Yeah, it's partially. It's fine every couple of years, but I don't know about the night game either. I think I almost prefer the morning or midday game.
Why?
Why? Now all your attention can be on the Packers.
You're distracted during the day.
Exactly. Well, no, you wouldn't be, because if they played, what is it, like that 2:30, 3 o'clock slot? Oh boy, you do an early lunch. You tell all your family to shut up by 3 o'clock.
Gosh, that is a win.
That's a win. And then you're done at 7 o'clock. You can go home after the game. You can watch
It is
football.
a win to have a reason to shut family members up during Thanksgiving.
But it means you are watching the game with family members. That might make an interesting watch environment for a lot of people.
Or annoying watch environment.
Exactly.
Kyle wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, just as long as they're winning, we're fine. Family's fine if they're winning. We could celebrate, and slap hands, and do all that.
There is a lot that you put into the Packers
emotionally, yes.
winning.
Have you talked about this with somebody?
What's there to talk about?
How much your emotions and the way that you live your life changes because of a result of a football game?
I think it's normal.
Yeah, it is normal.
His is extreme, though.
I'm not different than anybody else.
We literally just spent 15 minutes making fun of your brother.
And his children.
That's true that's a good point. That is a really good point.
They're that way and they have no reason to. They should just be like, they shouldn't be first down. They should just be like, oh, yay. They should be more humble.
What bad is going to happen next? Or are we actually going to win this? I should stay calm because getting excited has clearly done nothing but just kill hopes and dreams.
Yeah, I have a reason to get excited and be all emotional about the games.
If you're down on Packers on Thanksgiving, is there any holiday that you'd be like, you know what? Like they kicked off Friday night. Would you like them to kick off the NFL season?
No.
Would you like to play on Christmas Day?
No.
Sounds like it sounds like
why are you avoiding the spotlight?
Why do I need that? We
all
can get the
that's
spotlight.
happening, Brad, is when the schedule comes out, Kyle's okay with whatever the schedule is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool. If you got noon games, great. That means a lot of times for me to wake up and have Green Bay Packers football on early. I love that. If we have night games, we're in the spotlight. But I'm not sitting here. I don't need to pick, we need this. Listen, go out there and give me a victory. That's all that matters to me. Be very demure the way you do it.
Where you do get to pick this or that is with Kyle and what he can provide you.
Oh, I'm telling y'all this right now. If you are standing by your windows or you're in your house and you walk in the house, you say, damn, it's cold. Just because your windows, you ain't got the right windows. I'm telling y'all this right now. You ain't got the right windows, but I have the fix for you. It is Universal Windows Direct. Yes, it's the holiday season, a time for family, friends, and staying cozy inside your home. But if your home is drafty, it's hard to stay comfortable with all the gift giving happening this time of year. Why don't you give yourself the gift of low energy bills with new windows from Universal Windows Direct? And the thing is, if you act right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. And there is absolutely no limit. If you're looking at your house, you say, we want to get that done in the bedroom. We want to get the living room done as well. Upstairs, they got you. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. Buy 20, get 20. There is absolutely no limit. Plus, Universal is offering 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 whole years of interest-free payments. You ain't got to pay it up front. You got 5 years of interest-free to pay it all off. Get it right now, and every window is backed by a true lifetime warranty. Call them today to schedule a free in-home estimate at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000. Make sure your home is ready for the winter and the holidays by contacting my friends at Universal Windows Direct by visiting them at uwd.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I I love my windows.
Kevin had to do Thanksgiving with in-laws who are Bears fans. It made it so much better. Dave from Aaron agrees with Bradford, the CPA, and Chef Ed says it used to be the Packers Lions every Thanksgiving. The Lions set an NFL record when they sacked Star 11 times.
Oh, wow. Wait, you don't even pass like that back in the day. He got sacked every time he dropped back.
Wow.
And I like this from Brad. Listen, you guys actually helped hit a hole. How good of a season the Packers are actually having. Their 3 losses are from the team's combined losses of 5 games. The trajectory is definitely on the up, and the future is bright. But they need to get it on Thursday. And here's how we can figure out how they get it done. By getting more insight from Jason Wilde, who's joining us next, and then Brian Balaga, future Packer Hall of Famer. Right after that, don't go anywhere till 5 o'clock. We're Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Tyler, thank you for all that baby talk there and parenting talk. I'll take some of those tips.
I was getting ready for it right
now.
Yeah, taking notes over there.
Taking some of those nips. Taking some of those tips. those tips and storing them away. I do like nips as well. But Tyler.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We have a few accidents still up on the board that we're dealing with. One on 94 eastbound, just inside the Jefferson County line. This one has the left lane blocked, backups heading all the way into Jefferson County, so heads up with that. We've also got a crash on southbound 41, just south of Hampton. It's off on the left shoulder. Folks walking around their cars at this point, so just be extra careful. And we got delays coming in from Appleton Avenue all the way down past that point. Then we've also got an accident on eastbound 94, just about at Loomis. It's off on the right shoulder, so that is going to be affecting your ride, stretching all the way back through the Hale interchange. As a matter of fact, southbound 894 slowing down from Beloit Road down into the Hale to that accident scene. And checking the TMJ4 storm team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 21. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 32. Weather is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta here with Brad Nortman, and we've got a holiday deal from Quintessa Aesthetic Center that you don't want to miss.
That's right, Jen. The holidays are coming up fast, and if you're looking for the perfect gift for that special woman in your life, or maybe you're interested in checking out Quintessa for yourself, we've got you covered.
Now, through December 20th, for every $100 gift card you buy, you'll get a $20 bonus card. It's a once-a-year deal to make her holiday unforgettable or treat yourself.
Visit myquintessa.com today to grab this special offer.
The big guy needs your help this holiday season, and he's recruiting the Corners of Brookfield for help because the perfect gift is right around the corners. Head to the Corners for all your gifting needs and find something for anyone thanks to their 30-plus restaurants and retailers. Or just wrap up a Corners gift card to create a great, well-rounded gift. Looking for something only Santa can deliver? Drop off letters in a special North Pole mailbox in the Market Square through December 22nd. Make your shopping list and check it twice. Visit the Corners of Brookfield.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make some money? Have you bet on sports before? That probably did not go great. I can help you make money. Go to fatjacksports.com and get dialed in to turn a profit. The picks are emailed to you. They're on your personal portal on the website, and you can pay less than $50 a week for longer packages to make money betting this football season. Fatjacksports.com, the only place you need to go. 100% transparent, and will turn you profit this season at fatjacksports.com.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Join Shaka Smart and Cam Jones at Motor Bar and Restaurant at the Harley-Davidson Museum this Thursday at 6 p.m. for Marquette Thursdays.
A pair of 94-point outbursts for the Golden Eagles last week. First, it was Stonehill falling 94-59 to the Golden Eagles at Fiserv Forum. And then on Saturday afternoon, it was Western Carolina into town. Cam Jones enters.
Fort Marquette has it with gold the other way. Off on the right to Cam Jones. Scoop layup is good. Reverse scoop layup.
A 20-point, 10 assist, 6-rebound night for Cam Jones as Marquette wins 94-62. The 8-0 Golden Eagles will now take on Iowa State in Iowa on Wednesday night. That one tips off right here on 94.5 ESPN at 7 o'clock Wednesday.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Don't miss Marquette Thursdays at Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus all season long.
Hi,
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. The Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day when I was flipping through channel. Great family film.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I'm a naturally inquisitive person.
Holding everybody accountable.
If you feel better about that, I'm happy to do so.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason on Wilde and Tausch across these very stations that we're typically going to have him on ESPN Wisconsin. But we're the 414 hour at 4. So my bad. Jason, welcome into KBN.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I forgot today was Monday, and I didn't let Strofe know that at Lambeau Field it's a Thursday, so I was just all messed up. My apologies.
No apologies needed.
Jason, don't listen to him. He doesn't know how to put gas in his car. Don't worry about what he says. Listen to Brad now.
I did run out of gas. It all worked out.
Again.
And I hitchhiked my way from the gas station back to the car to get it fixed up. But that's neither here nor there.
His baby in the car.
Wait, you hitchhiked?
Yeah.
It was a nice
stranger. 78?
It was a nice family. I had to run like a half mile to the gas station. I had to buy a gas canister. And I was going to run back, but there was a nice family that looked like they wanted to help out this lost soul on Thanksgiving. And
I'm sure they wanted to help.
I hopped in their trunk, and they drove me to the Flashers, and I filled the car up, and we made it home to put baby to sleep.
You could have been an axe murderer for all they knew.
Exactly.
That's what we said,
gas
Jason.
In his car, all that. It's just a mess.
Why do you guys assume
there were
so
kids,
Jason,
kids in that family.
There was 2 kids in the back, so I was in the trunk. So you wouldn't have taken me?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That family's lucky.
Yeah.
They are lucky. They're lucky that you aren't an axe murderer and you're actually a decent guy most of the time.
That's exactly what these guys said.
Weirdly, well, it might be too mean. It was super nice.
Let it out.
It was super, super nice and thoughtful of this family. Do you almost think less of them? Like that's bad decision making. Bad decision making.
Especially with children.
In car seats. Car seats. Like if anything happens, they stuck in a car seat.
And I have gas. I have literally a gas canister.
Oh my gosh.
Could be an explosive.
Yep.
It is flammable. I can confirm that. Now, I do want to know, especially like on a Thursday, what can you tell us that you didn't know today talking with everyone from the Green Bay Packers you got to talk to?
Ooh, interesting question. So we obviously had the coordinators because it is a Monday/Thursday. And, I thought it was interesting talking to Jeff Hafley because he seems to feel really good about their run defense and how much it's improved. I asked him about that today. And obviously that's very much germane to this game because of Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery. I mean, that's a pretty wicked 1-2 punch. So if they legitimately are a much improved run defense, it's happening at just the right time. Now, I think in fairness, to be accurate, the Packers took their last 2 opponents, the 49ers and the Dolphins, out of the game pretty quickly with the starts they got off to, which obviously reduced the number of rushing attempts because the game wasn't close. But Christian McCaffrey wasn't productive. None of the running backs for the Dolphins were productive. And so if they can do that on Thursday, I almost said Sunday there, then I think that gives them a great chance to go into Detroit and win.
Jason, every Wednesday we have a segment called Hear Brad Out. Or make a pitch to these guys. And
wait, is today Wednesday now? Don't do this, Brad.
Well, no, it's not Wednesday, but I was out Wednesday.
Okay.
I pre-recorded it Wednesday for them to react to, and I just had to resurface it today. Usually on Wednesday, I do it. The very next segment is Rob Demovsky. We always get his impression on it. What do you know? We just touched on it this last segment before you. And here you are, our own Jason Wilde. So let me tell you my Hear Brad Out, and I want your opinion on it. I think the Green Bay Packers should play every Thanksgiving on Thursday night. You got the Lions, you got the Cowboys, you got the Packers then at home every Thursday night. Lambeau Field, cold weather, you're able to go home from your families, get together, put on sweatpants, digest the food, and watch the green and gold. That just feels like Thanksgiving, a new NFL tradition. Ratings would be great. I love it for the players, too. What say you, Jason Wilde? You like that idea?
Well, first of all, you guys should know that Domofsky brags. I mean, brags about the fact that he gets to come on after Hear Brad Out.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
He he gets to react like because we're obviously on Wednesdays, he and I are both there in that media area, which has become a very popular tourist destination on the tours. Like they mentioned Domofsky because obviously he's a big star, and then they mentioned me after that because I got a lot of bobbleheads in my office that people like to peek at, and all the other junk that Paula doesn't want elsewhere in the house. But Rob always goes into the lunchroom, which they mislead the tourists on, by the way. Like, it's not like the Packers feed us every day. It's there for game day, but it's not like there's this big spread every day and I'm getting, all fat and happier than I already am on both of those counts because the Packers feed me. They don't. But he goes into that room and he is just downright giddy to be part of Hear Brad Out. So just so you guys know what a difference you're making in his life. Now,
man, what a tough life. That's a highlight.
It's all the brilliant ideas.
No, that's not. I wouldn't say that. But I would say this. I love the idea, too. In fact, I'm sure that Brad, while he was, what was your first season in the NFL?
2012. Ooh, I'm old.
All right. So I'm sure that you were listening to what was then Boucher Automotive's Green and Gold Today after the Packers played on Thanksgiving 2015 at home. And the next morning I insisted that they should play all these games. And I'm sure you're just plagiarizing me from 9 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Wow, I'm going to put that in the
fail.
No, I'm going to put that in the great minds think alike, Jason. That's what that
I'm putting
category
it to.
goes into.
I'm clearly being facetious. You were too busy punting, and punters are people too. You had no idea that I would have said that back then, but I loved it. That was the first time. I'd obviously covered a ton of Thanksgiving games. I'd covered Thanksgiving games in Dallas. I'd covered them in Detroit. And the idea of the Packers playing at home at night. Now they lost the Bears, but it was really cool. I loved it. The girls were little, so they had gone to bed by the time I was covering the game anyway. So it's not like I missed out on the holiday with them. I would be 1,000,000% on board with your plagiarized idea of them playing every Thanksgiving night. I love the idea.
Well, 1-0 with Jason Wilde. Around 500 with Rob Domofsky.
I'll take it.
Jason.
By the way, how did you guys? I'm sorry, Kyle. You'll get your question, and I apologize for interrupting you. But what's crazy about this is that now this will be the third time that it has happened in the modern era that the Packers played on Thanksgiving and then played the following Thursday. So in 2007 was the first time it happened. They beat Detroit in Detroit on Thanksgiving. And then what happened on the following Thursday in 2007 in Dallas? Anybody?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Boom. All right, 1 for 1. There's a quiz for you guys now. All right, so then 2015, when they played at home, they lost to the Bears. The following Thursday, they played Detroit in Detroit, 2015. Do you remember what happened in that game?
Hail Mary.
Richard Rodgers.
Hail Mary.
Boom! 2 for 2. Well
Come on,
done,
Stro.
fellas.
Slap hands.
Good
Real
job,
Packers
Kyle.
fan.
And that is 2 entries into Wilde and Tausch trivia.
Hey!
Given how rarely Jesse writes the questions, we probably can count these.
Is there a third? Because I want all 4 entries.
The third one is now.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We got to wait till we see what happens on Thursday to see what the memorable moment is of the following Thursday after Thanksgiving again. But I'll
You go ahead and finish.
Take a deep breath, Kyle.
I was going to say shifting gears.
Okay, I'm glad.
What a
You
place
stopped.
to
You
stop.
stopped at a bad spot of that
What a place
word.
to stop that word.
Oh my God! I feel like that's the second time on this show.
Shifting gears. I was saying the word shifting. Shift.
What was the other one? No, never mind. I don't want to read.
Oh, yeah, I don't want no dumping.
Oh yeah. That was an accident. That was that was bad. That was bad. But you know what else is bad?
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
The Wisconsin Badgers. Are you as frustrated? Like, where's your level of frustration with the Wisconsin
He's
Badgers?
not a fan.
He's an Oregon fan.
No, you went to Wisconsin.
I'm not an Oregon fan either. Brad,
come on, Brad.
You're a Wisconsin
disappointment to me.
You're a Wisconsin fan.
A disappointment.
You can't tell him what he is, Kyle.
You're not a Badgers fan. You went to Wisconsin. You're not a fan.
No, I don't. I'm just. That's not how I'm wired. I was sitting in the press box.
Have you listened to Jason over the last 10 years of your life?
It's okay.
They don't.
It's
really,
okay.
No.
We don't want to. Hey, you guys.
It's a tough way to end this.
You guys got Brian Bulaga coming up. I do not want to eat up much more valuable real estate on the show.
Go to the other question.
I will quickly answer that and just say this. I am an unabashed Jimmy Leonard guy. I consider him a friend. I think I firmly believed at the time that he should be the Badgers head coach. He had an NFL resume. Players want guys that can help them get to the NFL. I was disappointed they went a different direction. I'm not anti-Luke Fickell, but I think the criticism that he has received is deserved. And this idea that we keep blaming Paul Chryst for what he left behind in an era when NIL and the transfer portal allows other teams to completely overhaul their rosters in a year, like Indiana, for example, and the success they're having in the very same conference. I don't want to hear that excuse anymore. I want to see Luke Fickell figure out who's going to be his offensive coordinator, maybe his defensive coordinator too, and be a better football team next year, which is going to be hard because they got a really hard schedule again.
Perfect way to nail the landing there, Jason. We appreciate the time.
All right, guys, say hi to Blue for me. Take care. Be good.
We'll do that, and we'll also tell you right now when I guess luckily for all of us, the local sports teams are not available because I would have bet on the over 6.5 wins, get to 7-5, right? Or I think it might have been 5.5. I don't remember what it was, but luckily at Pato you can't because we would have lost some money on the Badgers. But they have everything else. They have NFL. They have you can sort through so many options on their kiosks. It's crazy. Kyle had a buddy who just won a $40 to win $300.
$40 to win $300. Use my ideas.
Baby.
I need to charge him a little bit.
You should Venmo him for your expert opinion.
Yeah, good luck with him. He'll be like, "What is this, bro?"
They have a 2,000 square foot video wall with all of the games, no matter what the sport. A full bar, the restaurant dubbed the kitchen. It's an amazing place to be. And if you are in a quick rush, 20-minute reserve parking to go in and out, and you can use rewards cards at most self-service kiosks at that betting counter. So bet above the rest and build your sportsbook plays at paysbig.com/sportsbook. Potawatomi Casino Hotel and their brand new sportsbook. It's amazing. Brian Bulaga joins us next here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund is something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to this College of Letters. I was in life.
Long week.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Join the ESPN Wisconsin NCAA Volleyball Tournament Challenge. Sign up on ESPN.com or the ESPN app. Join the ESPN Wisconsin group and fill out your bracket by Thursday. Grand prize package features tickets to a Wisconsin match next season. Official contest rules at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Have you seen them yet?
Seen what?
4 different ways to say I love you.
I'd love to see those. Show me the list.
What list?
The list of 4 different ways to say I love you.
Let's start over.
Where are you going, Monica?
I'm going to get the 4 different ways to say I love you.
Sarah, imagine a box of assorted chocolates.
Okay.
When you open the lid, what do you see?
I see a guy sitting on a park bench saying, "Life is like a box of chocolates."
But what are the shapes of the chocolates?
There are 4 different shapes.
Here they are.
Those are gorgeous.
4 diamond pendants covered in diamonds.
Almost like they were dipped in diamonds.
And each diamond was created inside a miniature star.
But you'd have to be rich to afford one of these.
Choose the diamond pendant you like best. $148.
I love Kessler's.
Everyone loves Kessler's.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
On the actual day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a 12-pack of Lakefront, 11 Jims of Beaming, 10 Royals Crowning, 9 Johnny's Walking, 8 Wines of Sparkling, 7 Miller's Lighting, 6 Geese of Graying, 5 Chardonnays, 4 Spotted Cows, 3 Cabernets, 2 gift cards from just one trip to Discount Liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. 'Tis the season to check out Discount Liquor's tremendous selection of over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,000 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines from around the world. And yes, we do carry 8 varieties of ready-to-drink eggnog. Celebrate this most festive time with a great selection of beautifully packaged liquor gift sets, sure to make you the hit of the party or as a perfect gift for the liquor connoisseur on your shopping list. Discount Liquor, 2 locations, in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
See all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Ready for a game changer? Now's the time to take your shot with Quartz, your local provider-owned and affordable health insurance. You can choose from a range of benefits to best support you and your family. Quartz is a proud partner of Aurora Healthcare, so you get to stay in the network you love. Visit quartzbenefits.com or call Saganiac Planning 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service. Quartz branded health plans are offered by Quartz Health Benefit Plans Corporation, Quartz Health Plan Corporation, and Quartz Health Insurance Corporation, which are separate legal entities. The Saganiac Planning Marquette Records. Coaches have always said, you got to make your free throws. They would have loved the 2017-18 Marquette team that, as a team, shot better than 80%. How? Marcus Howard missed 7, made 105. Andrew Rousey missed 19, made 175. Sam Hauser missed 10, made 51. And Matt Held, he missed 4 and made 28. A team better than 80% from the line. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sports book, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
If your dogs don't listen to you and ask yourself, why don't they listen to me? Well, I have a solution. You go to Sit Means Sit. You can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. Contact Sit Means Sit Dog Training today in Milwaukee or Waukesha with Matt's team. Schedule that free consultation. Sit down with them. And you'll figure out a great solution for your pup to be happy, confident, and obedient. And check out the dog. Kyle, dog. It's so good every time. Dog of the Game segment on the Green Bay Game Day postgame show across ESPN Wisconsin. Joining us now is Brian Balaga, former Packer. How proud are you of the physicality of this team the past couple weeks?
Well, good evening, guys. It's good to talk to you. Especially after how was Thanksgiving. Let's start with that. Did everyone enjoy time with family? Everyone have a good one?
I like that.
Lovely.
Pleasantries. It was fantastic.
I like that. Pleasantries.
And the Packers won. It was perfect, Brian.
Good. I'm glad you guys.
Ask him about his.
Yeah, how was yours, Brian?
That would be the polite thing to do.
It's 3 of us. Damn.
You have the most energetic response.
Well, because
thank you, Brian.
Well, I was happy him asked me about that. Ben wanted to get straight to business.
So much for pleasantries, Kyle.
Yeah. How was it in the Bulaga household? Did you all stay down in Florida? Did you travel up to Iowa or anything like that?
Yeah. No, we stayed here. We kept it small because we got everyone coming into town for Christmas. I think we got around 13 people staying with us for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
So,
Boy. You got a state. It's a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, so we kept it small for Thanksgiving, but it was good. It was very it was good to just have us 4 and obviously 5 with the 135-pound dog. So we enjoyed it. It was good.
135 pound
Yeah,
dog?
we can't skip over that.
Big old boy.
What kind of dog are we talking about?
Bull Mastiff.
Oh, those
wow.
are big ones.
Yeah, his name's Leroy. He's huge.
Oh, after Butler?
But I didn't. Not after Butler. We just named him Leroy.
You see the way Butler was cooking on Thursday? They had him in the kitchen every commercial break.
I know. Apparently, that mac and cheese was fire.
Yeah, he was going. That was impressive. But I'll get to your question about the physicality. I think we've seen the last few weeks this team take a step in the right direction, kind of answering the bell to that question, and in proper time for what's coming Thursday. Because I think what we saw Green Bay do the last few weeks against the type of teams, because at the end of the day, Miami needed to play a physical style game to beat Green Bay in Green Bay. They weren't going to be able to be cute and throw the ball all over the field. They were going to have to get Mostert and Achane, or sorry if I'm
Achane, you're good.
Achane, get them the ball and run the football successfully to beat Green Bay in the cold. We know they can't play in the cold. They have to play physical, and Green Bay was going to have to control the ball, even though they didn't run it great. They ran for a little over 100 yards, Green Bay did, but control the ball and play physical up front. And we look at both sides of the ball, they did that, and they did it really well. Then you go week prior against San Francisco, same exact thing. They did both things really well. And with going to Detroit on Thursday, you're going to need to take that recipe and execute it exactly the same, because that's how you're going to win this football game in Detroit, is being very physical and bringing it to Detroit, because you understand what happened in Green Bay. It happened not the exact same way, but they out-physicaled you in Green Bay the year prior. They kind of did the same this year, and you went to Detroit last year and did it right back to them. So you got to have that same recipe and bring it to Detroit on Thursday.
Brian, I'm right there with you. I think this team is playing their best football, and it couldn't come at a better time. I got to ask you, you talked about this recipe that you're seeing this Packer team play in. To continue with that analogy, what ingredient are you most excited to see in this recipe? Because what excites you most about how this team is playing? Is it Jordan Love turning it on? Is it the physicality of the O&D line? Is it the pass rush seemingly waking up? What is it about how the Packers are playing lately gets you most excited?
Yeah, I mean, there's a handful of things. I think the obvious one is Jordan Love. Like, he is playing much better. I mean, he did have a couple iffy ones against San Francisco that could have gone, either way, but they didn't. They didn't go for, no one picked them off. Well, so we know no story there. But he played really well against Miami. Like, he played really well. And when he's playing that, at that level, the team is really hard to beat, right? They're not making mistakes. They're hard to stop because they're so hard to predict what they can do. Run the ball, throw the ball, play action, boot, move. There's so much they can do offensively, and they have so many weapons that can hurt you, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And that's just receivers on the ground, Jacobs on the ground. It's a really fun offense. And then defensively, like, You're right. Like, we all kind of came to grips that, like, the pass rush is what it is, right? Like, we understand that they're struggling this year, but we've seen them kind of come to life a little bit. And I'm not talking like we're seeing like 5-sack games and constant pressure, but like in moments throughout games and big moments throughout games, they're kind of coming alive with a 4-man rush, and they're creating pressure and making the quarterback uncomfortable, which I think especially as fans or as offensive linemen watching the game, like in those have-to-have-it moments, that's when you don't want the D-line to come alive, and that's when they are coming alive in those have-to-have-it moments. And from a Green Bay Packers standpoint, that's what you want to see, these guys rising to the occasion, and that's what they're doing. So there's a lot, and for me personally, like, we could say Jordan Love, we could say the pass rush, and Josh Jacobs, like, those are all great things. What I like to see is him go back to Watson last week and him make another play, because I think he is going to play a pivotal role down the stretch here, being another weapon, especially a deep threat weapon, a big body weapon, is going to be Christian Watson, where he's going to need to be big down the stretch.
I agree real quick here, Brian. What will winning in Detroit mean for this Packers team moving forward?
Well, it's going to be big. I mean, because what does it put them one game back?
It would put them one game back, correct.
Puts them one game back. And I think, what does it move them ahead of Detroit or ahead of Minnesota in the wild card? Or are they tied with Detroit in the wild card?
Well, they're still a loss behind in the
Vikings.
overall record.
We have
so
three. Vikings have
going to
two
need
in
some
the
help.
one,
I needed
yeah.
Arizona not to kick a field goal, but they decided to play it safe and make a one-score game a one-score game.
So the Vikings have 2 losses. Green Bay has 3. Yeah, so, I mean, essentially, they just, a game back of Detroit. That destiny's in their own hand, right? You win this game, you're a game back. You're going to play Minnesota again, beat them. Everything's in control. You're in control of this thing. Just win football games. That's all you got to worry about.
I love that. It's all in their hands, and we're all feeling the same way, and it's time to put it to action. Brian, we appreciate the time.
All right, guys. Take care.
That's Brian Balaga. He'll be joining Alex Strofe. Woohoo! Alex Strofe.
He's in
El
the
Strofe.
I thought we were done with that.
El Strofe. He's in for Homer on the Homer Hour, which means you don't go anywhere. El Strofe and Brian Balaga.